cafe shit. Genius is serious. Put me in a room full of grapes, you know already. Smooth nigga gone with the words, but I talk heavy. Been a landscaper since Pops at Top Reggie. Could I turn into a minute when they let me walk money?
Shoptalk 7 in the building. We up top, we get down. It's your host, Tony Media Monics.
I am Get This D Smith in the house, man, on the Shoptalk Tuesday night. Look who we got in the building, Miss Comedian Yaya. Hello.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Yeah. Thank you for jumping down tonight, man. We definitely appreciate
me.
I'm such a Muslim that when I heard Yaya, I thought John, because Yaya is John in Arabic.
Oh, really? Wow, look at that. You learn something every day.
Yeah.
Well, my name is Arabic because Yaya is short, of course, for Yasin, which is Arabic. But I never knew that Yaya was short for John.
Yeah, if you look up John the Baptist in the Quran, or if you listen to anybody named Yaya in the Bible, in the Quran, it's actually going to translate to John.
You put me up on something.
Yeah.
It's Muslim all the way around.
He's so proud.
Nah, actually, I was capping, and it was just a joke going wrong. I thought I fucking try one. It does mean John though, but I just thought I'd try to make it funny with a comedian here. It didn't go over the way I wanted it to.
Yeah, I'm over here actually intrigued.
I'll take my laughs indirectly. I don't give a fuck.
We got interested in this shit. Like, oh shit, okay, cool. Tell me more.
Shit, for real?
It is.
Do me next.
Okay,
What's my name?
Then it stands for asshole in the almanac, motherfucker.
Let's get it, man.
Golly, man.
Miss Yaya in the building, man. We appreciate you coming through. How was your day?
It's good. I appreciate you all for having me. Just got out for work.
Okay.
Met up with Bonnie, my niece. She had us late, but I appreciate y'all and y'all patience.
You get off tardy, Bonnie.
See what happened when you tried to help your niece out?
Oh, man.
You know, she came. But I do appreciate her support. Big shout out to my niece. She came to support me.
Shout out, niece. We appreciate you.
Thank you, niece.
Yeah. So, as usual, y'all know what we got to do, man. We got to send a shout out to our SBOs, okay? Our resident small business owners who are rocking with us. We definitely appreciate your support. First things first, heads down, bottoms up.
That's the way. Drink, man. Drink.
Cut it out. Drink. Dude. Watch your mouth.
Drink.
Family show, right?
Shit. Don't let your kids watch this. We are not good influences after 7.
Man, shout out to Bottoms Up Mobile Mixology Services LLC, man. Our girl BB Fly, we definitely appreciate you. Hit her up 773-314-7407. Okay, again, that number is 773-314-7407 for all your mobile mixology needs.
For all you niggas who couldn't get a number tonight, you just got lucky.
Also hit her up at bottomsupmix@gmail.com. Okay. And of course, shout out to Row Design Services.
I'm in uniform today.
You are.
You know what I'm saying?
I was out of uniform last week. And
I was happy.
I feel kind of ashamed.
You should have been.
I do. I feel bad. And I'm making it up this week.
I told you, so, Dennis is almanac for asshole.
Shout out, Ro. Shout out. We definitely appreciate you. Row Design Services.
Bro, I'm gonna need to get this me shirt because fuck his name.
Look at you. Talking all that shit. But
fuck his name.
Talking all that shit, but he copying. But
he introduced himself to my girl. I was like, nigga, I'm gonna stop you there. We're not doing that name.
He stopped me at the gate.
Because she repeats everything. She would have repeated that shit.
Yeah, it's pretty catchy.
And then he'd probably took my chick, and I'd be like,
kind of catchy, ain't it?
No, it's not. It's horrible.
It's a little catchy.
It was kind of catchy.
It's very catchy. Thank you, Yaya.
Hey, remember they heard that shit in the
Thank you, Yaya.
Remember they heard that shit in the bar? Oh, and the old boy thought he said, "Get this D, get it raw." And when they heard that shit, them ladies was like, "Hey!" Then all of a sudden, I seen her over there. then I seen her by the table. I'm like, "You motherfuckers, you." Yeah, Ali. Ain't shit.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, shout out to Row Design Services.
She on the line, but she on the chat.
Oh, shout out to Row.
She say appreciate us both.
Shout out to Row. She said, so hit her up at rowdesignservices@gmail.com. Okay, for all your custom accoutrement.
She should. I'm not saying that. Get that off the line, bro. Forget his name. You might care about his name.
Hold on, let me get in the chat because let me see what's going on over here, man.
No, you're not supposed to be looking at the chat.
What's going on there?
It's supposed to be Nikki.
We are looking at Nikki. Oh, that is Nikki.
We looking at Nikki.
Yeah, we absolutely.
Vita, he looking at Nikki, not me. Get off my back.
Where's the link? It
ain't there. See that Media Monics? That's all the fuck you need to know. That's what's on your screen, the right thing. Anyway, while he's looking that up, we got some topics for y'all ass today.
Oh yeah.
Well, shit, as we do every day, right?
Oh yeah.
You feel me? Y'all
Table
know
biz finna jump off.
Table biz finna jump off.
Table biz.
Table business. Table business.
Yaya is finna help us get this table biz going, man.
Let's get it going.
You know, but before we do that, we gotta chop up with Yaya and Friends is all about.
Yes, thank you.
No, we don't. You'll stop me in the middle of my shit. Yes, we do.
But just want to put that on the table, so we definitely gotta get into that. So yeah, Monica, you were saying?
I was about to read the topics, and you stopped me.
Okay, well, read the topics.
Nope. We're gonna talk to Yaya.
Don't be mad. Come on, don't be mad.
Hello,
like
hello, Yaya.
Hey,
how's it going, John?
It's going great.
How long you been doing comedy?
Almost 2 years.
2 years? What you like, stand up or skits or what is it?
I'm universal. I do stand up, and then I do like social media. I've been funny on social media for like about 6 or 7 years.
Oh.
Where I do like jokes and all other type of stuff. I just keep everybody laughing.
Think you funnier than me?
I haven't sent you funny yet. When you tried to be funny,
shit.
you were serious.
Wait a minute. Does that she do me? Challenge. Hold on. I got all kinds of I got all kinds of dad jokes. You wait a minute. God damn it. Hurt my fucking feelings.
Oh.
Listen. Right. She just gonna do it to me. I got a joke. It's funny. What do you call a Mexican without a car?
A Mexican with boots?
Nope.
A Mexican without a car.
Yeah.
A Mexican without a car. Oh, hello.
I got a feeling this is gonna be real racist.
It's definitely the black jokes. The black jokes are coming. Y'all wanna know? A Mexican without a car. You call him Carlos.
Shit there.
They gonna kill me. I'm sorry. Look.
I should.
Forget y'all. My grandma make better tacos than y'all anyway.
You just isolate the four Hispanic people that follow us.
I'm from over east.
If that
goes on.
Hey, if that
now we gotta rebuild them up.
All 7 of the Mexicans.
Damn, man.
Have you ever sat at a Mexican dinner table?
Worked?
They got all of the black jokes.
I'm sure they do. I know they do.
Because for some reason I look like one of them comfortable niggas that you can get your black shit off in front of. Them motherfuckers be letting them jokes fly.
Yeah.
Monix look like he won't trip. You just don't know. I tripping, but I can't fight. So that's all that is. Assholes.
Part good though.
But you been funny on the internet. You said for
about 6 or 7.
About 6 or 7 years.
Yep.
Is that when you discovered you was funny, or was it like you've been funny your whole life?
I've been funny my whole life.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've been funny.
You been running around cracking people up?
Yeah. Like it just fly off naturally, I guess. Like I just hold a conversation and it's just funny. I never really thought about stand-up comedy till I just happened to be sitting there one day and decided to get on the mic to see if I was funny enough for the crowd, and then I never got off the mic.
Yeah, that's dope. I told myself that if I could write 5 jokes, then I'll do a stand-up routine. I'll do I only got 1 so far.
If you come up with 5 strong ones, you can probably go.
I got the one about the type of women I wouldn't date. Some of them are funny.
Okay.
So,
I wouldn't date a woman who dated an African. Who just dated an African.
Why? Because they got mandingos?
I do not think about their penis size at all. I promise you. Because even if they did, that shit, the elasticity of it forms to my shit after a while. So I'm cool.
Okay.
I wait my time.
That's optimistic.
I did, it's worked out so far. I mean, I dipped in some shit. I've dipped in some shit once and it was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna just take her on a few more dates. Then when I finally get to it, it'd be cool. You feel me?
Okay.
you gonna wait?
What you was doing, putting vinegar inside a bath water when she went up in there snapping the bag?
Yes.
You said you gonna wait it out.
Or I just punch her before I have sex with her.
Oh, okay.
Punch her right in her shit. This motherfucker gonna be sensitive for him, but when I get it to.
It's gonna swell up.
You feel me?
It's gonna swell up.
No, I didn't do that. That's not why though. No. It's because oh shit. It's because I literally dated 3 women out of 6. I was on a serial dating shit at one point. And 3 out of 6 women I dated who had just came off of African, and they had this anger about them. Like they wish they would submit to another motherfucking man type shit. Mind you, I've never asked a woman to submit in my life because I'm grown. I don't gotta do that. Everybody fucking anyway. I'm gonna take on a date and she's gonna invite me to cook. eat cook food because she ain't gonna take me on a date. That's just not what they be doing.
Right.
They invite you to eat at their house instead of take you on a date and shit.
Women do dates.
It's like
I take dates.
sure. How many? What y'all been on more? She cooked for you, or she took you on a date?
She cooked for you.
Well,
She cooked for you.
Well, see, you feel me? 2 out of 3, chill.
For you.
They husband, that's fair. They husband be at home. They got to take you on a date.
Yeah.
But what about the single ones?
That could be a problem.
Yeah. But it was her turn. She took your ass to the house, didn't she?
She paid for drinks. No.
Damn.
She paid for the club. Okay.
People talk to me for 4 minutes and decide I'm good with kids. So they be inviting me to the crib, nuggets and fries and shit like the kids.
I used to built-in babysitter and shit.
No, not quite.
They got some air fried nuggets now. I keep seeing it.
One time, the first time a chick cooked for me at her house, she said, you come over and eat with us. I'm like, all right, cool. Motherfucker had the little character dinosaur chicken nuggets and shit.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, you know I'm grown, right, baby girl?
And you ate them, didn't you?
Yeah,
And did you dip them in sauce?
I did.
Smashed.
Barbecue.
Okay.
But
Smash.
still, I did smash. I did smash.
Smash.
Dip the fries and stuff too.
Hey, at least you honest. I appreciate that.
One of her kids was bad as hell. I couldn't wait till you go to bed. You know what I'm finna do to your mama, right? Yeah.
Yeah, give me space, youngin.
But now, man, the African, she was angry as hell, mad. And that happened 3 times. I'm like, I'm cool. I need you to be like 2 or 3 niggas removed from said African.
Okay,
I won't date a chick who's in escrow either.
So you got enough footage, enough evidence, enough,
To stand on that principle.
Yeah. Okay.
And then women on escrow, I won't date them
Because that's very specific.
because my experience with women in escrow, especially black women, I've only dated black women, but like, first of all, I think mortgage companies are preying on black women, single black mothers. Yeah.
Okay.
I know many single black mothers who just fresh off a credit score of 580, they just cleared their debt and then they hop into a mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
I know too many of them in that situation, and then they're extremely frustrated commonly because it's like the mortgage company will take you through some shit on the way to,
Of course.
closing the escrow.
Yeah.
You can't spend money out your account. Quite a few people are not paying their rent in order to come up with the down payment.
Mm-hmm.
So like the escrow company taking too long. Now they finna fuck around and be evicted in the middle of escrow, and that might get the escrow closed the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
I ran into that too many times. So I'm gonna need you to be about a year into your home ownership before I take you on a date.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna find a way to make them motherfuckers funny.
Okay. Well, that's a very interesting take for stand-up.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Well, let's
they gonna laugh.
we'll come back when you got your
Well, I pull out that Carlos joke.
Yeah.
I pull out the Carlos joke.
Hey, you got some with that Carlos joke.
You go and
build off that.
But see, I think with the women I won't date, I just won't explain it.
Yeah.
Build off that.
I just the women that won't date, I won't date. I just want to explain it. If I don't explain it, I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna just run down the list. I'm gonna get my shit together.
Yeah, just stick with
I'm
Carlos.
gonna be a comedian. Don't y'all worry.
You gotta have some pretty high ass standards.
Yeah.
No, you gotta have food stamps and a fat ass. It's not much.
Oh, okay.
No,
And not being escrow.
Not be
escrow. Gotta make sure about that.
Not be getting money.
You can have an ass, but you better not be an escrow.
Cannot be attached to the Africans, nigga.
Yeah.
I just need you to be 2 or 3 guys removed. That's
Okay.
it.
All right.
Okay.
You feel me?
There you go.
Just come with the
Have
dynasty.
barbecue sauce.
Ain't about sex.
I do ketchup too.
Ketchup too.
On a tough night, A1 sauce. I'll do it.
Okay. All right. Well.
Back to y'all. So how many times have you done stand up?
20, 25,
Damn, you're a veteran.
30. Between 20 to 30.
So did you bomb on the first one?
No.
No?
Everybody have a different style of comedy. So it's more so freestyle.
Mhm.
And it's more so relatable topics or stuff that's going on. Shit I need to get off my chest.
So is your comedy based off of like stuff in the news or personal perspective?
Some stuff that we all can relate up off of. If it's something that's funny in the news, then most definitely I'm gonna hit a topic that's funny in the news. But the majority of my material though is just fresh off the top of my head.
Sure.
So funny storytelling.
It's that funny storytelling. Yeah, situations that folks have been in, things, scenario.
Do you deal with like any punchline jokes?
So far, I haven't. I actually had said one on an accident that a few comedians said I need to probably just stick with. So I'm gonna try it out a few more times. I got 2 more shows coming up. One in Anderson, Indiana, and one in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm gonna try to see how they work, and if they work good, then that'll be my punchline joke.
So that's the thing for comedians, right? Y'all gotta be working y'all material out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah and no, because sometimes working your material out can also get it stole.
You probably can't really get around that though,
Yeah, I was about to say,
unless you find a way to trademark that shit.
Yeah, that part too. But you know, it should always be a respect factor. Most comedians respect the next comedian's craft. You know, like another rapper's not gonna take another rapper's music.
Shit.
You know, I mean, it does happen. You do get your people's as underhandedly. But if that's the case, once you get your point across, it won't get took no more.
Because like rappers have to work that shit out.
Yeah.
Because the song you perform best is the song you perform most.
Yeah.
You know,
there's a lot of money involved with those contracts, man. So it definitely better work it out.
Yeah.
Like my one verse that people always rah at. I've been rapping that motherfucker for 10 years. They don't know it. They don't know it because I just put it on the track like a year and a half ago. But I wrote it 10 years ago to Clips beat.
So Miss Yaya,
Clips is good beat.
talk to us about Yaya and Friends. What's that about?
Alrighty, Yaya and Friends. It's a show that I started while I was at Illinois Media School. Shout out to my school.
Yeah, I went there too.
And I started doing this show to see if I could put together, of course, videos from doing all my editing. So at first it was launch, where I was taking different clips from different comedians in different cities. I was targeting like New York, Georgia, Detroit, places of that sort, and I was getting like different clips and stuff and comedians to send me stuff. That way I could also collaborate and also had a chance to get a mingle and everything. So at first it started off and launched. Then I noticed how stressful that it was to keep it launched, to do the editing and everything else. It was starting to become stressful.
Yeah, it's work.
So then I started doing it kind of like live. So now it's live via Zoom, where I do comedy there. I do interviews. We're stretching out. We've been up and running for 6 months, since June the 6th. So it's stretching out. So it's Googleable. You're able to Google it. It got some nice, lot of views.
Okay.
A lot of views. We always open for bookings. And of course, we're going to have y'all on that. So.
Hey.
I appreciate it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's dope.
All right, cool.
So it's on Zoom. You share it on Facebook, like while it's on Zoom or Instagram?
Yes, actually it is on a network. A network has it. They have a network on like cyber, because everything started going cyber when everything started going towards COVID, the pandemic and stuff. So actually they have it. So they have it on their website and they have it on their Facebook page. And they the ones that truly like publish it out and make sure that it goes to where it needs to. So
they distribute it for you. Okay.
Yeah, so they goes to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all of those different kinds of places.
Okay.
The network does very well with it.
So how long, when did you graduate from Illinois Media School?
In August.
This past August?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. I graduated 3 times. I took 3 classes. I took, of course, the RTB. I came out of that in 2019, August. Well, we was done in May, but we did the graduation in August. And then they had the film emphasis. So I took that right after, and then I took audio emphasis.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the most out of the audio emphasis though. I mean, RTB was cool too, but like I'm an audiophile now because of audio emphasis.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
We got a question from the sideline. What's going on? Chill told me to post this. Hold on, y'all. Come on in.
Hey. So you said that you've done about 25 or so shows.
Yes.
Have you traveled like to different states? I heard you say Indiana, but like, have you gone like out west? You know what I'm saying? Maybe anywhere in Cali or anything like that. Done any of those places?
Actually, I went there for a vacation, and I just got up on an open mic. I did one in Cali at the Laugh Factory. I happened to catch them, and they had did an open mic, and I happened to catch it.
What part of Cali?
Malibu.
Yeah, so
Malibu, I think.
Malibu, I would say, and I've never been, but Malibu, I would say, is a different crowd from South Central.
Most definitely it is.
So on an open mic situation, how do you mentally prepare for that? Because you're still, like you say, you kind of going by the crowd. And you come from here? Midwest.
I come from Chicago.
And go to Cali first. Okay, Cali, but then you go Malibu. How does that work for you when you're on the spot preparing? Because you're not really preparing, but you know.
But then you most definitely keep it with like things that everybody can relate to: kids, relationships, jobs, stress,
right? Because
traffic. The traffic is traffic is messed up in both locals.
Traffic is a universal
so you
language.
Most definitely talk about drivers and how they piss you off.
And because see, like a Popeyes and the lack of honey is a Chicago thing. That's not even South Suburban. That's Chicago thing. So something like that, you really have to know, okay, this is my crowd real quick. So that's why I asked that. And then we talked about being funny. When did you know? Some kids, clearly not you. You got the ugly kids, again, clearly not you. The ugly kids who knew they was ugly, so I got to get them off me, so I'm gonna be funny. You got the ones who I don't want you to laugh at me, so you have to laugh with me, which again, clearly not you. What was it that kind of said to you, you know what, this is why, or this is me, and this is what I'm going to do because I'm funny because of this?
I guess because I've been an asshole all my life, I guess. I was the kid that got set outside the classroom.
Way to be honest.
I went to Brett Mar, Boucher, so, I had to stand ground, South Shore, CVS, Bowen, Carver. So most definitely, keep them entertained. But most definitely coming from South Shore to CVS, which didn't last long.
When did you graduate CVS?
I didn't graduate neither one. I took a GED.
Oh.
And then I ended up going to college.
Some shit I should have did. I would have saved some time, boy.
I took out the fast route.
I don't remember shit from CVS.
Sure.
I don't remember a damn thing from CVS.
GED. It'll get you there.
It's funny now because I'm like a history buff now, but I don't remember shit from history at CVS. I just remember I just remember Miss Coleman was cute. That's all the fuck I got out of history class.
Miss Coleman was cute.
I
do remember Miss Coleman.
You went to CVS?
What year did you go there?
Wow.
I went 2001.
So she was still there?
2003.
So she was still Miss Coleman, light skin.
Yes, light skin Miss
Man,
Coleman.
she was so country.
Yeah.
Monix, man, you late again? Well, shit, take a while to get from the Chappelle wing. What I'm supposed to do?
That's a big ass school. Man.
It's huge. It's unnecessarily big. But we're gonna get to some music real quick, man, and we're gonna try. We got a new joint today, or it's new for us. Okay. We remember him from the joint at the attraction.
Yeah, shout out to Beezy, man.
Boy, Beezy, man. Beezy, look, hope you listening.
Shout out to the chat.
We're about to play your shit.
Man.
I just tagged him.
Spirit in the building, man.
Spirit to God.
Yes, sir.
I rap way better than him, by the way. Shoptalk 7, man. Beezy, let's get it.
Let's go, Beezy.
I'll see. I can pick
I wanna know what made you turn your heart so cold. And I need to know how I can get into your soul. See, I'll be your best friend. Can you give my love a track of ice and investment? Keep my heart on and treat your love like investments. Baby, you can trust me, swear that you won't regret this. I'll give you love and affection. Just give me your heart, I'll protect it. Baby, I'll be your guard, you my weapon. And baby, I know that they gon' come for us, but I'm ready. Oh, I'ma put it on you, I'ma leave it so. I'ma give you everything you wanna know. I'll be more than you would know. Take it fast or take it slow. I'll be there for you and more. You know that I got you. I got you, yeah. I wanna know what made you turn your heart so cold. And I need to know how I can get into your soul. See, I'll be your best friend. Can you get my love a try, cause I ain't too last, man. Keep my heart 100, treat your love like investments. Baby, you can trust me, swear that you won't regret this. You won't regret it, no.
Just tell me like who did it. Let me give you the business. See you playing. Your number missing like 2 digits. Rated R. Kelly, trying to put my key in your ignition. My mama told me never start nothing I can't finish. I'm with it. Got my grip so tight around the bag, but I think I can let it go. Just to squeeze your ass, man. I'm lying though. Probably catch me flying out of Ryan close. Trust you, the only pressure that I'm applying. I know I'm ready, about to get out of makeup. And I know you're not ready, you still fucking with your makeup. Can't focus on love no more, cause I know it take trust. It take trust, so trust me.
I wanna know what made you turn your heart so cold. And I need to know how I can get into your soul. See, I'll be your best friend. Can you get my love a try? Cause I ain't your last man. Keep my heart 100, treat your love like investments. Baby, you can trust me, swear that you won't regret this. You won't regret it, no.
Biggest fucking zone, man. Sir, like baby T, be crazy, nigga. I can't run no bottle when you get it all on you and it up starving. Either you was the victim or you was the nigga who willing to do all the robbing. I ain't with them killers who quit to pull triggers if they guess I ever had problems. Fuck a trip to the doctor, they gon' meet the father. This hell even like a A. I can't run no bottle when you get it all on you and it up starving. Either you was the victim or you was the nigga who willing to do all the robbing. I ain't with them killers who quit to pull triggers if they guess I ever had problems. Fuck a trip to the doctor, they gon' meet the father. This hell even like a faucet. Swear to God, I'm honest. If you owe me a check, I expect a deposit. If I feel like you fraud, we'll double that bread and put it on your head like a bonnet. Don't play with my money, a simple transaction, a quality turn into a promise. Make sure mine is a sign to put that on my mama, deliver more fight and comics. Shout out to the people who stayed by my side through it all when I didn't have anything. Shout out to them niggas that claim they my niggas, but really they secretly envy me. Shout out to those that I pass to my bros when I'm done and act like I ain't see a thing. If I catch an enemy, watch that destiny be turn his little ass to a memory. Where I come from, you gotta have bread, whole letter to be dead if someone. It don't matter what you got, they gon' always tie hands out, niggas gon' always want some. I'm just tryna get guap, but I want some. They don't make it to the top where I come from. Same time, my niggas be all over the same. Got shit in this game time, we don't start where I come from. All these fuck niggas know where I'm coming. I came up from under, I got a gun. These niggas be worried about bitches, I focus on riches, and now I'ma touch me some money. That's the difference, I'm different, I'm really that nigga, could pull any bitch if I want. Take a bitch, I put dick in a stomach. Gotta suck on my shit cause she find me. Let me get that shit, man. Hey, man.
Please me, baby. Turn around and just tease me, baby. You got what I want and what I need, baby.
Shoptalk 7 in the building. We up top, but we get down. That was BZ with investments.
BZ. Shout out to BZ, man. In the chat, boy. What's going on, man?
That was
support.
No Hook 3 by Young Sir. Y'all better check out 1 and 2. Man. They get progressively better.
That should go live.
It was hot.
We in the building with Yaya.
Yaya, the comedian's in the building, man. We appreciate her stopping by and spending some time with us, man.
Thank you.
Much appreciation.
Thanks for having me. It's much appreciated.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna hop off on one of these topics.
Yeah, table biz is in the process, baby. Let's get it cracking.
I was trying to go with one topic, but he balled his fist up at me and told me I better do this one. So
yeah.
So here the fuck we go.
I might have seen it on the camera.
I ain't no punk, nigga.
It looked worse than it really was.
Anyway, man. So here's a question. We're gonna work with us. The question is surface level, but we're gonna do a deep dive here.
Yeah. Shout out.
We're gonna attempt a deep dive.
Shout out to the chat,
we
man.
We got in the chat anyway before we
Shout
get started.
Shout out to the chat. We appreciate y'all.
We got Spirit of God in here. We got Ro Bryan. She's been in here.
Spirit?
Xavier 2X because he 2 times is great.
Yeah, we got Brandon here.
My homegirl Lakeisha Hardin. Dennis, what the fuck are you doing in the chat? You in the show? We got the boy Beezy in the building. All right, but so Topic: what do men get in return after courting a woman? After courting women?
Oh. So if men court,
what do we get?
What do women do? If mating if mating is a give and take, or if mating is a
don't say some pussy because everybody giving that out
is a or dating or whatever, engagement is a I don't want to say dance or I don't want to say game, but dance. Men court, what do women do?
So when we say court, we talking about what I'm thinking.
Whatever your definition of a man courting you is, what do women do?
What do you find yourself giving in return?
And this ain't got you question, by the way. This is really for everybody to just think about an answer. So I don't want you to feel like we just tried to set you up.
No, I can,
But you built for it. You ain't built for it. I was just want to give that disclaimer, just just in case it looked like that.
Right, okay. Besides him getting this cream Dillion,
cream nobody else. Spell that Dillion. Okay, cream Dillion.
Getting that.
Is that French?
She talks French.
Italian.
She talks French. She talks French.
That shit sound French.
Sure.
French for bills.
I know. I need a bib.
Yes. Besides getting that, you for sure get personality, and that's something that a lot of people don't necessarily come with. Personality.
Okay, so if you court a woman, you get her personality.
Not necessarily. See, when you say court, it's kind of hard for me to understand, because if all we doing is just courting and all we doing is just playing, then you don't get nothing but some playtime.
But what I'm saying
that's
is,
all that you give it.
Hold on.
That's all that I want.
Do we need to define courting for the table?
I think so.
So we all know what we're talking about.
So. And we do have an audience here, so we definitely want to get some.
So courting is like when you be in front of the judge, right? No, I'm joking.
So Miss Yaya, what is your definition of courting? Like, what would that look like?
Courting would be dating.
Okay.
So in dating, is no rules, is no responsibilities. Rather, when you date me, it's no rules and no responsibilities. Okay. So whatever we decide to do, we do.
So the dictionary definition, and the one we were trying to go with, is to be involved with romantically, typically with the intention of marriage.
Okay.
See, I'm a Sagittarius. We don't court. We don't court.
What y'all do?
I married one and engaged with one, and they didn't need courting.
They didn't need courting. Now, since I have the definition of
she might be right. She's on this on here.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, since we have found it,
it'd be like, just take me to the movie so we can get to it, okay?
Hey, BZ said he thought we was talking about child support.
So you talking about basically a relationship then?
No.
Yeah, no, we're talking about a relationship.
Romantic?
Yeah.
Okay. So if that is the situation, which means that we are building and growing, which means that you would get with me would be most definitely stability, emotional stability, growth as well for all three: financial growth, mental growth, spiritual growth. It depends if we both is in the spiritual realm. If we both on the same spiritual wavelength. Because now, everybody is, since COVID, less religious and more so into spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't religious, I'm spiritual.
Yes.
Spirit, CHOO. That's how that comes in my mind when I hear it. Spiritual.
Spiritual Jalea.
Spiritual Jalea, man. One of the best artists in the city. So that's fellas, dude. If that's what you got out of courting, would you be okay with that? If we were playing a quantification game,
mm-hmm.
would that be a good return for you?
I mean, most definitely with the financial stability. Who doesn't want to be financially stable?
I missed that part. My bad.
I most definitely said financial stability.
Okay. Yes, you did. I would honestly have to say yes.
Have you gotten that from courting?
I've only courted one woman.
Did you get it? Did you get that? Was it a direct result of the courting?
I mean, I did it
Of the
wrong,
courtship?
so that's kind of the wrong one. You know, that's kind of a bad example.
I don't know if I've ever courted. I think I'd just be like, hey, we getting married. That's generally what it'd be like. Yeah, you fine and you cook well. Come here. We just gonna go ahead and get this shit out the way. I was acting like a Capricorn or Sagittarius.
You was on a fast track.
Fuck it, you know.
That's all.
You think I'm gonna
This
lead?
is a different
You think I'm
program.
gonna lead this on the streets?
That's all.
Nope.
This is a program. That's all.
Let's just go ahead. No.
Using honors marriage.
No. I guess I don't always court to the true definition of the word, but I don't run up on women simply trying to have sex. You know, I'm not. I mean, except when I was overseas, when I was in the Navy. You know,
Yeah.
no, my first. I ain't gonna get into all that, but yeah. So when I was overseas in the Navy, I did that, but I'm not gonna see you again. So there's that. But even then, it wasn't really like, it was more of a happenstance. It was more of a byproduct of a good vibe.
Okay.
Over there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But you considered that courting.
No, not overseas. Hell no. No, I was just trying to have fun with some pretty ladies.
Okay.
And oftentimes it turned into, because, you know, we hypersexualize overseas, black men and black women. So they see the black Americans coming. Everybody who want to drop panties is like, damn, they're on a pier. Or they making themselves. I no longer have them. I did promise a couple I was gonna send a letter or two. Never did it. I got it. I might have an email address. I got to dig deep down in my old email.
Coordinates. Yeah. So anything nearby.
Yeah,
Food
man.
joint, restaurant, something.
Courtship. Yeah, I mean,
I think well, my situation was.
I got bills really out of it
because I had a childhood sweetheart, so the process was a actual process. But since then, I can't. No, I haven't courted anybody. But I've never dated anybody with the intention of marriage because that ain't my
Right,
thing.
yeah, the courting part makes it totally like something that's serious.
Mm-hmm.
So that most definitely comes with being serious completely.
So let's take it to something more relatable then. Just simply pursuing a woman. What have y'all gotten out of that? Like when you like really in hot pursuit. We don't call it courting because you ain't really thinking about marriage, but you know you wanna. Was it when you put that pressure on? Did it end up being worth the trouble? There's that.
13 years ago.
That's what you got out of it.
Now I'll say this.
Get that man a mic or something.
Oh shit.
My bad. Personal situation though. I saw her first. I liked her first. I pursued her. Today, she'll say different. You didn't like me. I liked you. I had to make you like me. Because I liked you. I stand on what I say. There's a 51-49% in a relationship. Minority and majority. One will like the other more than the other likes them.
Right.
If you chase, you lost. I chased. You heard what I said. I already said it is what it is. Now, take it back. First of all, you can't. Second of all, you have to tell yourself what you got out of it and accept what it is regardless. Once you come up with that. I got my son. My son is amazing. Smart as fuck. You know what I'm saying? He's beautiful. He looked just like me. Heard what I heard. At the end of the day, it's what you accept. Life will always, in my eyes, life will always be mentally what you make it out to be. For me, I got my son. I could go as far as to say, no, I was young, immature. I chased her. She won. And at the end of the day, what did I get out of it? I could go into all sorts of negative or this and that. I did that. I got my son.
So aside from your son, did you get anything worth chasing? Because not many of us are going to say that our son or our child wasn't worth it.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
It was a well put learning experience. And that's not being negative. I learned about her, which helped me learn about me. There's different things that you need to know. First of all, check a motherfucker background, one way or another, to make sure that you're comfortable with whatever could come from that first. Second, make sure that you can deal with that. For example, not not to be negative or not to be taken negatively, get you a Yorkie. And again, not to be taken negatively, because I'm comparing relationships with dogs. Get you a Yorkie, right? It's fairly easy to break a Yorkie, fairly. And again, not to be taken negative. Get you a Cane Corso. Cane Corso, just the breed itself, is naturally aggressive first. They're protective, but they're aggressive. If you don't get them to break to what you want them to do, then they're going to run over you. They'll do exactly what the fuck they want to do. So what that comes down to is if you can't get them to buy into whatever it is that you're trying to get done, you lost. If you soft, then don't get you a Cane Corso, because they're not going to give you that win. And yes, you feed them, and they will still run over your ass in your house as often as possible. So now, get you a Yorkie.
So I'm trying to see the relevance of the dog analogy.
Because if you didn't do your homework, if you didn't check into the breed that you're dealing with, then you lost. You're going to get ran over.
Oh, okay.
He's saying you got to watch your court. Basically, watch your court. Don't try to court a cane.
In the first place? Why you just can't date?
Because that's the old school shit. That's the old school vetting process.
That's according to her definition.
Right.
Really what it was, I saw her, I liked what I saw. If I wanted to say, man, if I thought in my own head, this was physical, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Mm-hmm. That's what it would be.
I think the old school courting process was capped when they talk about it. If you ask me, I think they full of crap. They fucked with it. They got their wives the same reason most people got them. I'm speaking for the fellas at least. She was beautiful, and they wanted to fuck that because she didn't get much out of them if they didn't want to have sex with it.
I think they did what they had to do for the time.
So they did the courting shit. I think it rarely ever has really been a detailed thing aside from certain cultures. In the West, I'm gonna say.
Well, think about it. Back in the day when you courted a woman, you were courting to have somebody to run your household. You were courting to have somebody to take care of your children. You were courting to have a legacy. You had a family involved.
I get why they was supposed to have done it as per the principle.
Right.
I'm just doubting that they actually thought that deep. I hear you, but I think that people came ready-made like that because of societal dictates. They grew up already knowing the fucking business. As in the 1940s, when she got married, she knew what she's supposed to do, and he knew what he was supposed to do. Whether they did it well or not, that's another story, right? But they knew what the fuck it was. In our society, we don't have a societal dictate. We don't even have a societal dictate that says stay with the person you got pregnant by.
Well, here's why. The reason.
So I don't think these motherfuckers were thinking that deep.
Because the idea is that you can do it as an individual. You don't need nothing.
Right.
You can do it all by yourself.
No, and I get that. So I'm just saying that because those cultural dictates were there, people didn't have to think that deep. I want to fuck her. I know to fuck her. I'm supposed to marry her. So bam, let's do it. I've had plenty of 60, 70-year-old women tell me, see, back then, if they wanted you, they married you. I'd never heard about a deep thought process, except in hindsight, from the older gentlemen I've talked to about courtships.
So you're saying it's pretty much protocol.
Yeah.
Which I agree with this.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, if you got a woman pregnant, what was the next thing to do?
You married her.
So that was protocol.
Well, if they found out you was fucking, she was on you about marriage.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me?
I had a baby, yeah.
You understand?
So, yeah, I get that. I do. But most of that, too, like I said, is part of, part of the structure of, most of the shit that we come from, like family.
Now, there are cultures where recording is required, right?
Yeah.
Like you go to the Nation of Islam, they got a whole courting process. Mm-hmm. Farrakhan says, I don't encourage you court longer than 6 months before you get married. You know what I mean? And the process has to go like, because they got the FOI and the MGT. So one of the brothers or one of the sisters. Let's go. Excuse me. Let's go from the man's side.
Yep.
That's my big bro. I'm gonna send him to see if she's available. If she's available, I'm gonna see if she's interested in the courtship. If she's interested in the courtship, then we're going to have chaperone dates because Nation of Islam don't do sex before marriage. Mm-hmm. And we're going to try to make sure that we're keeping an eye on things until you can't really, because they can do what they want to do outside of that, right? But it's the way to, it's the best way to be accountable. to have a chaperone because you can't trust people that's attracted to each other to not fuck.
Mhm.
I don't trust them to not do it personally, but so that's the attempt, and they eventually decide soon enough if they want to get married. If they want to get married, boom. The thing about that is the Nation of Islam, as the FOI, they already have their standard of what a man is, as through the FOI. They already have their standard of what a woman is through the MGT. That's why this 6 months is sufficient, presumably, because we already know our jobs here. We're attracted to each other and we know our jobs.
Miss Yaya, how you feel? Because you made a face when he said something about chaperone dates. How you feel about chaperone dates? Like, you trying to court somebody, or I saw that.
Shut up.
And it's okay.
I hit my nose on the mic. Somebody slow that down on the screen record.
Oh, yeah, it's
I'm
on
about
camera.
to catch that.
But how you feel about that? Because that to me is kind of like, okay, chaperone dates, I get the purpose, but
Chaperone dates. I'm grown. Don't chaperone me.
Yeah.
And don't tell them what I'm likely to do.
That's peace. You know, that she gets to do that. She's not in the Nation of Islam, you know. I mean, if she was in the nation, she would get to do it too because she's grown if she wanted to. But that's, you know, that's their standard.
They wouldn't kill her, would she?
No, I don't think so. Not in the West. Not in the West.
Like bury her
You end up somewhere. You end up somewhere in Iran, maybe. I don't know. I'll fucking get canceled for that. I better cut that out.
Yeah, we crossed a lot of lines tonight already.
Carlos and everything.
Yeah.
There is some culture where you might get stoned for that shit or get beat up or hatcheted to death or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For not following the rules. Although I do think those so-called Muslim nations are becoming more westernized. You know, enough of us putting our people in there, the shit will start changing. That's pretty much what Iraq and Afghanistan was about. Want to put our people in there.
Hey, shout out to the chat, man. We appreciate y'all stopping by and spending some time, man. Hey, Spirit says, I got my courting technique from the NOI.
Fuck out of here. No, sure he does.
Okay.
But that's the one courting situation I'm familiar with as far as tradition.
So to answer the question, men get out of courting what?
I got bills.
You got bills out.
Mostly bills.
Yeah. Have you ever been married?
I didn't have to wash my clothes for 5 years. So that was cool.
Have you ever been dated with the intent of marriage? Like you've been in a long-term relationship?
Yes, my fiance passed the year we was gonna get married.
Oh man, I'm sorry. So, what was the process? Like, how long were y'all together?
11 years.
Oh wow.
So y'all definitely had a court process. What was that like?
It was beautiful. It was literally until them did us part.
So, I mean, would you call all of that the courting process?
Yes, because
because y'all was everything but married on paper at that point.
But ultimately,
Right.
That's what they were aiming.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I mean, if you're in a relationship, that's not a courtship.
What was it?
I mean, some part of it, sure.
When he first came in, that was his intention. When he first met me,
Copy.
his intention was to marry me and be with me forever.
Copy.
Until the end of it. That was his intention. I want to say like about, it took him a minute. I want to say 7 years in.
So do you
process.
consider that a 7-year courtship or just he took a while to propose? Because by then y'all was probably like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to get in your business, but
yeah, we was living together before then. We had to get past a lot of stuff. It's me being young and him being young too. We was living young lifestyles.
And the reason I say that's part of the courting process, because when you're in a long-term relationship, if you get to a place where now marriage is, a goal, or if you come in saying marriage is a goal, but we're gonna go through these processes until we figure this marriage thing out, that's still a process leading to marriage.
Yeah.
So even if that's not your intent, or if that is your intent coming in the door, the process still dictates that this is courtship, because it ends
whether you call it that or not.
Right, because eventually it turns into an intent.
True.
And once it becomes an intent, it's definitely.
So the courtship starts at the intent.
I think officially.
I think so. The way how it
officially.
was presented there on the Google, it says with a dating, basically dating with the intentions of basically being with that person forever
for marriage.
So have y'all ever been with somebody for maybe a year before you decided maybe I might marry him or her? Or just some period of time?
When so me and my first wife, we got together at 12 years old.
Right.
As a kid, I said I wasn't going to get married. But if I was ever going to get married, this will be the one I'm gonna get married
Right.
to.
So when did the intent happen?
I think the intent happened when we kind of reached the precipice, and
What you call me, nigga?
Called you precipice.
Yeah, you know what? Your fucking
What
cousin.
you gonna do about it?
Should
Call
I
me
not
in.
be in the middle?
Your dad is precipice.
Oh no, you ain't talking about my daddy.
You there, right?
Goddamn precipice. fuck is your problem? Nah, fuck it. Nah. Oh yeah. Nah.
Hey, shout out to Doug O'Lake in the building, man. What's going on, man? Shout out to the chat.
He said the courtship is what we get from courtship. I don't disagree.
The courtship is
I
what we get from courtship.
got the memories from courting, motherfucker.
You know,
I got expensive dates that I paid for. And motherfucking nah. Well, all right. Look, I'm just being honest. Speaking, you know me. I'm transparent at times. So here we go.
At times.
When I go there, I really go there.
When you go
I'm
there,
full of shit the rest
I
of
ain't
the
gonna
time.
lie. When you go there,
I go there.
Yeah.
So all right. So I've been married twice and engaged before.
Okay.
Right. Military amount of times. Kind of what you do. If you do a career in the military, you get married a lot. It's what we do.
Swinging that thing.
It's what we do.
You know?
Swinging that wallet, nigga. That's pretty.
If that's that thing.
It's what we do. It's just part of the culture. Not ashamed of it at all. But so I don't know if I even say courting was in mind like that. If courting is what we said it was, per definition, I was fucking way before I was courting.
Yeah.
Which generally wouldn't that fuck up the whole courtship? And we was probably already shacking, already living. We was pretty much living married.
Right, it all depends on the intent because that's what it said. I mean, the intent, you know the intent if you want to be with somebody, and if you want to be with somebody, that's usually until marriage. And if you just want to hit them.
Well, I mean, I don't like me personally. I ain't the type to ever just want to hit a woman, except in overseas situations I talked about earlier.
What's your sign?
Libra. Because I like women and I like to be around the ones I want to have sex with. So it's usually not me just having sex. I'm not even bold enough to come at a woman that way.
Oh.
Like I ain't got that in me like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a lover boy. I love you.
Teddy bear.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who was I talking to earlier? I don't let loving you make me blind to the lack of functionality.
Yeah.
You feel me? I was talking to Nikki about it. I don't make it, I can love you to pieces, but if you're a piece of shit, I'm probably out of there.
Yeah.
Even though I love you. So I don't let that fuck me up too much.
Shout out to the chat.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know if I would call that courtship. I feel like I would be finessing the phrase if I called that courtship. Well, even in the hood, it's still with the intention to get married. We all knew that.
I didn't even know.
I didn't.
I thought it was truly just.
But you knew what it was, right? You knew what it was. Dennis, you knew what it was. You knew what it was.
Recording?
Yeah, you had an idea, right?
Yeah,
and I was familiar. I was familiar with what it was. So even in the hood, niggas, I've seen men court in the hood.
Yeah,
like sometimes you do know what you finna do with her, and so the way you're treating her is in the manner of letting her know, hey, love, I got you. Just be over here.
When guys want to lock a woman down, they know what they're gonna. They
so
set
you know
her
what?
up so that they lock, so that she needs nothing.
So you know what? Now that I put it that way, I have courted.
Okay.
Because at least twice I knew, like, yep.
So locking the woman down, but also being considered as court.
Yeah, I agree with that. Even without the intent of marriage.
Like I have known very early, like, nah, you sure this. I ain't giving another nigga a chance. And I date one at a time. Yeah. So I usually have a lot more energy than the other guys.
I've been courted. I've never courted.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, y'all usually don't, right?
I think that's true though. If you
not
do
usually,
date, even if you don't get married, even if you don't have the intention,
it was still a similar process,
right? I think that is court,
which is what you were getting at earlier.
A lot of times, that's how you get your wife, because you lock her down, and then it's like, okay, well, you stay. Yeah.
Because at that point,
two-way street.
Men are for what it is. Black men don't usually run into, oh, well, I want to get married. Not all of us, but most of us don't really go into, I want to get married. However, I want you to be my woman. Could be the intent. You know what I'm saying?
And because since she requires marriage for you to stay her man, we'll get married for that reason.
That ultimatum comes into play.
For those that want marriage.
Yeah, well, lots of most
women.
Not
every woman. Not every woman.
A good 8.5 out of 10.
Wants marriage.
In my experience, a good 8, 9 out of 10 have. From my experience, it's very common. Like when a woman wants marriage, I'm not shocked. No. I mean, I bet you they've had a similar experience. They've had a similar experience. I'm pretty sure that 8 to 9 out of 10 women that you've been with have they wanted to get married, not necessarily wanted to marry you in particular, but this is a goal of theirs.
Well, here's the mind frame behind that, because if you get like I've been thinking about this for a long time. For a woman in the 20s, 1800s,
we owned them in the 1800s. I don't know.
But what I'm saying is the reason why getting married is such a goal is because there's not only status and bragging rights with being married, right? Take you off the market and basically saying we're gonna take care of you. Nigga, it's survival.
Yeah,
you know,
that's the whole origin of marriage was survival.
You get what I'm saying? So you can't fault women for just wanting to.
No, I'm not faulting them at all. You know, even today, I don't fault them.
Right. I don't fight a woman for that does or don't want to get married.
I can get with the idea that a woman who wants the man who's gonna be running up in her box wants him to be obligated to her. I totally get that shit.
It's survival.
Like I say this all the time on the show, women are they're surrendering a lot more of themselves than men are.
I can agree with that.
In a relationship.
But you know what?
More times than not. Especially if you're especially if you're the type of man who's like in a position where you could financially raise a family right now, and you're willing to lay out that kind of groundwork before her. You know, they're gonna give even without shit. Fuck that. Even without that, you know, a lot of women from our experiences, I'm pretty sure the fellas here can say that women are crazy, like sexually driven. Not crazy, but just sexually driven in a crazy way. So once they get that good dick or that good orgasm, it's been plenty of times in my life and stories I've heard that they locked in now. They ready to give you the world that they can offer, the pieces of the world that they can offer. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to minimize it and say just off penis. I'm gonna say I don't want to minimize it by saying just penis. Yeah, I'm saying from my experience, when you get a woman to that orgasm point, that's some different shit.
True.
Not I'm coming, but my feet falling off. I'm gonna hop off the bed, goddamn it, because it's so intense. When you want
me to come back again, you better have me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? And that's the point in which for a lot of us,
that's a mindset.
Yeah, she felt the way about you along with that dick.
Before I even put my shit out.
I ain't never did that one.
No.
That nigga cold. I'm taking lessons.
I'm answering the question. In general.
I was just talking about intimacy. That's something totally different.
Mike, we need to get you this other mic.
If I have your mind before I touch you, then we don't have an issue. By the time
definitely so. Yes. If we have an intimacy, that means that we on a totally different level than past feelings.
So with that being said, by the time that occurs, you were already ready to climax.
Yeah,
beforehand.
Truly. If we're intimate, then shit, we go together.
Right. There you go.
Simple as that. We go together. But if we not intimate, then we don't go together. Shit, you better not. You better not think you go with me, and we ain't crossed them type of boundaries.
So I got a question. So, have y'all never gotten to a woman that way without having this deep connection? And as a woman, has it always taken that for you to hit that kind of climax?
Matt's a little different. It don't take much, I tell you that. But for me to be intimate with somebody, I have to have the right person to be intimate.
Copy. Right. But we've all been in situations where it didn't take much. Right. So I'm talking about even to get the draws, right? We've all been in those situations. To get the draws in.
Just to get the facts.
Yeah. I'm not talking about you in particular, but I'm saying we've had these experiences where it don't take much, and maybe you just felt like fucking one time and it didn't take much. It'd be like that sometimes.
Right.
But
I mean, men give up the draws easily now.
That's no secret. No. But I don't have to.
Sure do.
I don't have to. But I don't have to. We don't need to say that about men because that's known throughout the universe. It's not hard to get. It's not hard.
Hey, hold on real quick. Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all appreciate y'all chiming in. Phelan Holmes. He says most males in this era don't even know what courting is. Their intentions are different.
Agree.
And let's be truthful. Most men, as well as women, as well as some women, just want a sexual connection.
Agree.
which is true.
They don't know what comes with that.
I'm gonna
That's
argue
true,
that.
but
I'm gonna.
Connection is something totally different than
I'm gonna
sex.
argue that most women prioritize the sexual connection.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't really. I will venture to say that
Most women in my circumference of awareness.
I would venture to say that you may not even really know a person until you fuck them.
Yeah. You were saying
that's not untrue.
I might move a little farther to say that you might not really. You may date them. Everything may be great. They may be all good. I don't think you really know a person until y'all get naked and you really see who they are afterwards and see how you feel afterwards and see how they feel afterwards. Because ultimately, that's what all this dance is and pop.
It's all a mating dance.
All about. That's all it is.
It's all a mating dance.
So it's like once we mate and we see what it really is, because when are you going to be at your most vulnerable? Probably
after
when you're having sex. It's probably when you're going to be your most vulnerable.
Or shortly or directly after.
Or directly after. It's either one of those two spaces.
One or two, yeah.
So having sex with somebody for a lot of people, is a way for them to really see or cut through some of the bullshit that they're going to have to go through during the dating process.
Because it's how y'all wording it.
Okay.
Or else I truly know the definition. Because when I'm having just sex with somebody, we're not on no intimacy level. We're not in no sexual connection. We're not in anything. We fucking.
So don't call and let you know that I made it home.
Don't you do that.
And don't
now,
wait.
See, that's what I don't do. So maybe my experience is different.
So when I drop you off, don't wait until you walk to that. Okay.
Because I done drove there.
Oh shit. Okay. So don't walk. So don't walk you to the car.
We're just
there. Don't even.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk you to the car. I'm a gentleman.
So don't stand in the window.
I'm gonna do that at least. Damn.
Don't stand in the window and watch it to your car.
No, you're gonna watch it because of what I've done. But if we just fuck,
well, see, like I don't.
We just fuck.
See, I guess
that's a no strings attached. That's a no conversation type of situation.
Okay, so that's no court. That has nothing. Okay, that's completely separate from court.
Completely separate. When you just having sex with somebody, it's just sexually. It can happen once a year, 2 times a year. It can happen once every 6 or 7 years. That's what y'all do.
But see, I've been there before, but I guess the lover boy in me never allows it to get that way.
You are a lover boy.
Because like even if it don't got nothing to do with manning up. This is who the fuck. This is who I am. Shit, I own that. Shit, I own that. I don't know if I'm sweet, but. I don't think I'm sweet, but
yeah, he's sweet.
I mean, some people I know tell you different. No, I know you're not. No, I didn't know you. No, I knew you wasn't talking about that. I just for the women, I just know that from the women I've loved, they'll tell you I'm an asshole. But
that works.
But so now, what I'm saying is that I personally haven't been able to do much of the having sex with women without the intimacy first, even if it's a one-off. Like we kicked it that day. We got a piece of each other that day. Mm-hmm. I ain't the type that could just walk in the house, pull them down, girl. I just don't. I ain't never been built like that.
I think sex is part of most men's courting process. Period.
I mean, I always want some ass, so I don't know. It's part of every process.
I think sex is part of most men's courting process because, like I said, you don't really know a woman till they're vulnerable. Just like a woman don't really know a man until he's vulnerable.
Now, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So, do you believe that sex with vulnerability?
Absolutely.
That's your most vulnerable
time
of the day.
You're letting me.
I'm in charge. You are risking your life fucking with me.
You're letting me into you, and then I'm going into you.
It is the definition of submission.
Trust the house that I'm going into, and you gotta trust the person coming in the house.
You're trusting me with a lot at that point.
So that's
what's vulnerability.
That's
vulnerability. You're risking
it doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna get the emotional part of it.
I'm gonna get it for about 12 minutes.
But
I'm gonna get it for 12 to 15 minutes.
If I'm dating for a purpose, or if I'm courting, then the purpose is to have a sexual connection that's going to spur the court process. The courting process.
Dating for courting most definitely so.
Now, if I'm just nailing to nail, you may not want that type of a connection. Right. But if you want a deeper type of a sexual experience, you may want the connection, or you may not. I don't know. Depends on the person.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm not talking about the connection. I'm talking about when you have sex with somebody that you said that makes them at their most vulnerable.
It mostly it is.
But I beg to differ because I think a woman or anyone, woman or man, has to open up with that vulnerability. And sex doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to open up with that emotional
So let me ask you this.
Well, no. Let's hold that. Let's hold that.
Let me ask you this.
Let's just real quick. Let's hold that. We're gonna go to a music break.
Okay.
Hold that shit.
Hold that.
Because we got to get back to that.
Hold that.
We got Johnny Demetri with Dance Floor. Top 7. Let's get it.
Out.
Dance floor, he was holding me when that drink got a hold of me. That drink took control of me, and daddy got some over me. That made about 4 for me, taking shots like it's a score to keep. And the more I started to feel the drink, the more I thought that he was feeling me. Hey, what a day, what a day. It's the first day, I ain't gotta work late. Wait, on the way, I'm going out tonight for my girl's birthday. Late, but when I made it to the place, I bumped into this guy and he was all in my face. Heard him say it's Friday and I just got paid. Shorty swing my way. And when I tried to walk away, he grabbed me by my hand and started begging me to stay. He came up on me like, believe me, baby, I ain't trying to treat you sleazy, baby. But you just make it look so easy, baby. And I just want the chance to please you, baby. Come on, just meet me on the dance floor. He was holding me when that drink got a hold of me. That drink took control of me, and daddy got some over me. That made about 4 for me, taking shots like it's a score to keep. And the more I started to feel the drink, the more I thought that he was feeling me. Hey, what you say? After I took a shot, I started to feel some type of way. I took that second shot and then I went into a daze. I was grooving to the music that the DJ chose to play. First Nelly told me I'm delayed, and then I got the urge to move my body like a snake. Sway, he liked the way my body swayed. That's why I moved in close and wrapped his arms around my waist. I wind my body, I grind my body, drank lime Bacardi. Now it's time to party. I backed up on him like, believe me, baby, I ain't trying to come off sleazy, baby. But you just making this too easy, baby. You got me feeling like I need you, baby. Come on, just meet me on the dance floor. He was holding me when that drink got a hold of me. That drink took control of me, and daddy got some over me. That made about 4 for me, taking shots like it's a score to keep. And the more I started to feel the drink, the more I thought that he was feeling me.
Learning my lessons, counting my blessings, searching for peace, managing stresses. They giving what they can, I'm giving what I got left. They faking like this shit alright until it all falls left. I let them scar me with the pain, what I could've just left. I let them tarnish my name with guilt all over their breath. While I paint a vivid picture with my blood on the brush, the iron flower still grows in the valley of death. Had to learn to not expect me from people who couldn't beat me. A nigga with an attitude, naive, that they it was easy. They text me like I see you way before they didn't believe me. Bandwagoners, family crossed me at the burdens, I'm still dragging them. Old friends been acting shady, falling back from them. And my bitch been acting crazy, so I'm matching. Iron flower, what you gonna do with your time while you still got some? When you able to shine in the darkness and grow without sun? Iron flower, what you gonna do when they hurt you? The thorns you grew were a virtue. The plan that you designed and got you feeling as if you Virgil. This ride is private, y'all just too commercial. I've been healing on a one-track mind state. If you ain't what I'm on, then get the fuck out my face. I'm just trying to reach new heights like the crime rate and walk around with more cake than a birthday. Closer to my damnedest of dreams. Way closer to death than everybody thinks. I still have nightmares when I drive. I feel so lucky I'm alive. I used to feel I'd be more lucky if I died. I fucking cried with one eye when I woke up. See my face, I'd be a lie if I say I didn't choke up. My granny said the body a temple and I still smoke some. Burn bridges, I'm not in business to fix them. Now when they look across the way, they notice it's him. Now when they see me on that stage, they notice it's him. They gotta say my name again, cause I'm him. Iron flower. What you gonna do when they hurt you? The thorns you grew is a virtue. The plan that you designed, it got you feeling as if you virtual. This ride is private, y'all just too commercial. Iron flower. What you gonna do with your time while you still got some? When you able to shine in the darkness and grow without sun?
Chat getting down.
I probably giving the ladies something to really think about. Like, who the heck is she? Probably like, she ain't got no feelings.
They won't believe that.
We dropped.
Not after having listened to us for a while.
The lowest we dropped is 4.
That's We had 11 at one point.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get it back.
It spiked up to 8. It dropped down. We at 7 now. Who the fuck is all in here?
I don't know, but we live. Nigga, Shoptalk 7 in the building. Y'all, we back. That was Xavier with Iron Flower. And before that was Johnny Dimitri with Dance Floor. I fucking love that song.
Shout out to Johnny Dimitri.
If you don't smoke, listen to that.
And shout out to 2 Times, man. What's going on, dog?
Man, we in here. We at 7 now.
Talk 7 on Tuesday night. We got Miss Yaya, the comedian, in the building.
You feel me? So we left off with Yaya explaining how you can have, she said that can be physical vulnerability, but not emotional vulnerability.
For sex, in terms of courting.
Can you elaborate on that for us a little more? I didn't mix up your words, did I?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Physical vulnerability will most definitely be the fact that I feel safe enough for you to put on a condom to enter into me.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though, condoms, it still give you that 99.9, right? You know what I'm saying?
It's better than 0.
Yeah, but still, it still leaves something out there to the purpose of it. So at least I do feel comfortable. I do feel vulnerable enough to let you have that, but it doesn't necessarily mean I feel vulnerable enough to let you have my emotions. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong at, is connecting the two. Could get hurt that way.
Shit, there's only 12 women who can pull that shit off in the universe.
But I'm one.
Yeah, I see.
I'm one. Because what you never know what the next person attentions was when they came to have sex with you. So if after the very first time you had sex with them and you have became emotionally vulnerable to them, which means you have became emotionally attached to them, which means you are now moving too fast, too quick,
and you're out of control.
And that can be very, very conflicting.
Yeah.
That could be very, very nuisance. That could be aggravating and irritating. I think just because you enter into somebody into that form of fashion, that you still need to work on those boundaries of getting the physical vulnerability out of that person.
See, so presume
bars.
So Yaya's different.
Bars.
Because the way it looks to me, and maybe some women I've dealt with feel this way, but the way it looks to me is
most women are
during those moments. You're crazy vulnerable during those moments. You're all the vulnerables during those moments. Like, just look at what the average woman. I don't know the average. All right, look at just thinking about what women have allowed me to do during that time frame. I'm just saying they're offering a lot of themselves to only be physical.
What she's saying is
physically, but they should not be offering you the mental, because that's when things go like it gets too fast, it gets too conflicted, it gets too crazy. If my very first time me laying down with you, I'm coming with all these thousands of emotions for you, that should kind of throw you off. Because you shouldn't have had caught all of those emotions, or else you don't know how to control them.
People don't. People mostly don't know how to control them.
Because on one end, like you say, you can be vulnerable physically, but I don't have to give you the emotional vulnerability. And what a lot of people do is give the emotional vulnerability too, and they unload the responsibility of that on whoever they have sex with. So it's like, okay, cool. I want sex. You want sex. You say you don't want a relationship. I say I don't want a relationship. We have sex. Now all of a sudden you want a relationship.
Dennis, let me ask you a question.
Now all of a sudden all these emotions start showing up, and now
it's all uncompromising.
And that was my fault. And that was my fault because I shouldn't have had sex with you if I wasn't going to accept the fact that you were going to get emotionally attached. When we've already talked about it.
So Dennis, let me ask you a question. Dennis, let me ask you a question. You don't really have to answer it directly, but my question is, how often, I'm not asking if it's happened before, because surely it's happened before, but how often have you had sex with a woman without emotional vulnerability shortly to follow?
With me?
With you?
With me is different.
I'm just saying, so answer the question.
With me, about maybe 75%, well, about 25% of the time it won't happen.
So chill. What about you? How often have you had sex with a woman without emotional vulnerability coming shortly after?
That sounds like most of the time.
And I'm going.
No,
like
I
most of the time.
No, I don't think it's most of the time. Because the question was how long. Because the question was how many times has it not happened?
How many times has it not happened?
Very few.
Very few. Let me explain though.
Okay.
Very few.
Within my newer me, I've been very selective. As I've gotten older. So if you have had the opportunity to be blessed by me and my newfoundness, this was not a quick thought. I took my time and decided, okay, yeah, this flat out, there was thought behind it. I put some thought into it, and you were put into a mental position of, because I'm getting older. So you were put in a mental position, whereas if you can possibly have a baby, I'll put it like that. If you can possibly have a baby, that's a thought. Mm-hmm. Are you am I comfortable with your finances? Again, because a lot of younger age don't.
What does this have to do with it being vulnerable?
Yeah, what does that have to do with it?
Help me bring it home.
Hear me out, because if I'm putting my emotion in this fucking, and just by chance the rubber break, shit, I'm stuck.
We're not asking about your emotions. We're asking how many times have you fucked a woman and she wasn't emotional shortly after?
Oh shit, I thought you was talking about me.
No.
I get emotion. No.
I'm gonna get the emotions up out of you.
Oh
shit, yeah, the baby, how you doing, love?
Yeah,
motherfucker is in the building.
Hey, look, you like, where we going?
Look, I apologize. I thought you was talking about me.
Motherfucker is in the building, bro.
We have motherfucker.
Motherfucker is in the building.
Most of the time, I'm boyfriend shortly after.
All right, let's go ahead.
Right. So exactly. So
like I was saying, I believe that. Like I said, in my experience, most people, because of who I am and how I deal with it, most people are going to get emotionally attached to me. That's just what it is.
Right.
It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I'm not saying that to be cocky. I'm saying that because
literally it's cocky.
It is, but I'm not saying it.
That's what we talk about, laying pipe down.
It's cocky. Say it too.
It's cocky, huh?
You would say it too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, you do say it.
No doubt.
Yeah, you would say
no doubt.
Get this
Most men would say it.
But I'm also a admitted lover boy.
I don't want to say it.
What I find is that most of the time women gonna give me what I want out of the situation.
What I'm saying? Yeah, for me, what I see is when women, by the time women decide to have sex with me, they've already felt that they're comfortable, like emotionally or mentally, before they even give up, before we even get to sex. They're already comfortable mentally.
Yeah, the way I word that for me is they feel safe. That's the way I'd word that for me.
So like I said, after sex, they're almost most of the time they're gonna catch feelings.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the icing on the cake.
Yeah. And I think even if I don't put out, I feel like if I never put out the energy of I'm okay with just every goddamn show.
So damn ghetto.
God damn it.
Dude, how long you been doing this damn show?
Years.
And you still haven't learned to turn your ring off. Oh my God.
That's what she said. So anyway.
Yeah, but this nigga here. But yeah, bro, so yeah, you know, I've noticed that I'm gonna get what I want out of a woman. If she gonna try to match my energy type shit. I hate that women do that. I think they should stop. I'm gonna match your energy because you give us too much power. So if you're gonna let me just come in and just fuck you because that's all I want to do. That's all you're not gonna require nothing else. I just think that's a dangerous space for people, period. To just let it depend on matching energy. No, lady, have some expectations and some standards and show me how to fucking treat you. Mm. We talked about this earlier about do what you did to get me to keep me, right? Mm-hmm. Lots of men that may not be D or on chill necessarily, but lots of men got you is the time. Our definition of that is when you let us fuck.
What was that? Say it one more time.
For lots of men, our definition of when I got you, remember under the idea of do what you did to get me to keep me, got you is when we fucked. Lots of men see it that way. Now, I'm understanding that maybe that ain't necessarily the point. I think it is, but I understand that people are going to say that ain't necessarily the point. But for a lot of men, that's how we see that shit. Mm-hmm. So when you say do what you did to get me to keep me, take you to McDonald's, motherfucker? So you want to go back to the movies? Oh, it don't usually take much, especially I want to say nowadays, but no, since I've been fucking, it hasn't taken much. All I had to be was attractive to her. To her and have somewhere for us to fuck. And I could get it. That's all it's ever taken since I've been doing this. I've been dealing with women on serious levels for 22 years. It's never been different. They'll say it's different, and at this point, I'm like, "Oh, love, look at you, that's cute," because I know what time it usually is. And as soon as you're safe, and I'm one of them, I'm very comfortable to be around. Believe it or not, I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Boom, there you go. And then when I try to get on my shit about not fucking on the first night and all that, oh, they was on my ass. They're like, you don't want to fuck me on the first night? Are you shitting me? Like, they was on my head. Like, who do you think you are? You don't get nothing. You gonna take this pussy if I do it? I'm like, I thought I was respecting you. I thought.
That's how you get more.
Miss Yaya.
Apparently.
You being a female on the panel.
Hey.
All this cock slinging and all this talk about all this shit. How do you feel when it comes, I think you already mentioned that, you know, you can detach your feelings from the act, right? So is that something that you think women control, or is it a hormone thing? Is it something that they can't control, that it's just, hey, I'm a woman, we have these hormones, if we have sex, we're going to imprint on you, and if you didn't like it, don't want it, you shouldn't have sex with us, because we can't control it. We become uncontrollable after that. We can have logic everywhere else, but when we have sex, we just lose our nuts, and you know.
I mean, I guess that depends on that individual person that you having sex with. They gotta first. It depends on if they in tune with their feelings. Just because you see somebody on a physical thing doesn't necessarily mean that they in tune with their feelings. Mm-hmm. We don't know what their past is. A lot of people sometimes go straight into emotions because they don't want to lose you or something, so they may go overly emotional or something like that in that situation. I think it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of hard because seems like everybody got their own different opinion on this panel. Mm-hmm. And to me, I still think if you have sex with somebody, or if someone is emotional with you, still does not mean that they have let down their level of vulnerability.
I agree.
Because I'm emotional with you and all that other stuff, per se for myself. Mm-hmm. I dated my boyfriend for 2 years before we went to that level. And then when we got to that level, it at least took me 1 year to at least talk about emotions and how we felt. So that added up to 3 years.
Yeah, that's not the norm I've heard about. But I mean, she's obviously, you know, different. So, But what have you talked about with your friends or just whatever conversations you've had? How is it going?
My niece to tell you,
Shout out to niece.
in order for me to even talk about a guy, I have truly opened up to be vulnerable with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In that type of situation. But that takes time. That takes time and vulnerability. And then, like I also said, with a person like myself, like as you know, as you can tell, I'm truly different with that. I was raised by my father.
Mhm.
So I wasn't raised around a whole lot of emotions. To be super overly emotional, you know what I'm saying?
So you didn't perceive his moods as emotions? Your father's moods?
What you mean?
I mean, we dealt with this in conversation before on the show, that people don't take men's moods and attitudes as emotions.
I do take it as emotions, but of course the emotions that my father showed me would be different than the emotions that a man showed me. You know what I'm saying? A man that I'm with that showed me.
Is it?
Totally two different emotions. He'll show me a level of love. I mean, I ain't looking for my father's love out of no man.
I mean, I'm saying, right, but I'm saying, men, lots of men show similar emotions. Aggression, anger. They when they get silent, they're probably pissed.
Not necessarily so. When they get silent, they could be hurt, they could be thinking, they could be wounded.
Well, hurt, you're probably pissed if you're hurt. Going through something, yeah, no doubt. But so there's lots of emotions that come under the idea of being silent.
Yeah, a lot.
So I mean, I just think men are crazy emotional. It's just that our version of it isn't considered being emotional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's because
the nigga punch a hole in the wall, he emotional. I argue that promiscuity is an emotional outburst. Lots of men are promiscuous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't logical. Mm-hmm. If you got 12 bodies this year, it's not quite logical. In all honesty, that's for a man. I know it's accepted.
I can agree with that.
It's accepted, but it's not. But it's not quite logical. What the fuck are you thinking for real?
I can agree with that.
You know, because you're not even thinking about. You're an emotional sociopath, really, because you're not even thinking about what you're leaving behind. The lifestyle the lifestyle we were raised to live, which getting some pussy validates your masculinity,
or getting women.
Yeah, getting women,
mounting up bodies.
Yeah, same thing. It validates your masculinity. Yeah. I mean, having a woman does further validate your claim to manhood. It does, having a woman, but having a bunch of them is kind of like, especially in a short span, it's kind of wild.
Hey, shout out!
It's like, what the fuck are you doing for real?
Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all keeping it live, man. Netta says coochies are no longer connected to a woman's heart. That shit is Bluetooth now.
I swear, you got to really pair in over here.
For real,
you got to truly pair in. I'm with her. I'm with you when you right, love.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't even know though. She's been married 20 years.
We have to pair. I mean,
Yetta been married 20 years.
That is paired already.
Right. So, but saying she don't even know that.
Real, though.
Is it real?
No, that's very real.
No, it's not real. You just admitted that it's not in general. Maybe for a certain couple of individuals, yeah. But you just told us how when they fuck with you, they're there. That's not Bluetooth. The motherfuckers. What did she say? Coochie are no longer connected to women's hearts. Bullshit. You just said that.
I said
for you.
What I said
when they had sex with you, they are now emotionally involved.
No, that's not what I said. What I said is
I'll run that shit back later.
What I said was by the time they have sex with me, it's already that's the cherry on top. They connected with me and made that decision well before sex has been had.
So does that make it Bluetooth?
What I'm saying is, what she's saying is, and there's ways to have sex and be detached, and there's ways for you to have sex and be connected with your emotions. That's what she's using the analogy of pairing.
I think the feelings should come like as we billing.
I guess I'm the only hoe here who be having quick sex.
What you talking about?
Because listen,
what do quick sex got to do with anything?
I'll explain it for you.
Because quick sex come with no emotion.
I'll explain it for you. But I'll explain it for you. You barely know my middle name. Ain't no way in hell you emotionally attached from getting to know me. Right? Is that a fair statement?
True.
But if you gave me some quick, whatever you define quick as, hell, even within a week or
and
before,
now you're emotionally attached,
and you bought me dishes the next day. You furnished my fucking living room.
That sounds like a you problem.
No, I ain't.
I mean, not you.
No. But what I'm saying is that she is now in this, trying to be in this shit with me.
But again,
she's making sure I'm straight.
Sound like she got some
that's fine, but then that means that well, that okay.
Sound like she got some issues.
Where
You should be running fast.
well, no, I haven't had to, and those situations have been fine, and it's happened more than once. So unless which is a mathematical improbability, by the way, unless I only attract women who have issues,
which could be true.
But is it fair not to say that it's a mathematical improbability?
No.
That I only attract women with issues?
No.
Brother, my activity level is irresponsible. I doubt that I only attract women
You are a magnet.
with issues.
You are a magnet.
I doubt.
You're a magnet out here. We
I
absolutely
ain't saying
could.
I'm not arguing if I could. I'm just arguing that it's let's say a guy had 20 women in his life. What's the mathematical probability? I'm not looking for specifics here. I mean exact. But what's the mathematical probability that all of them women had issues? He may, unless he's the type that preys on those kind of women, then that ain't attracting those women. That's going to get them.
Okay.
That's going to look for them.
Talk to us, y'all. Answer that.
Okay,
What are the odds?
What are the odds?
If you yourself have went out there to date 20 women, odds is, by what I can see, is that you possibly could have got all 20 women with issues. If you never change within yourself to look for something different.
Your aura pulled them in.
Your aura put them
your
in.
energy,
Like,
your
you
energy
went
grew.
to places that you're comfortable at. And if you never changed or went out the box or anything else, then all 20 of those women could have had an issue or a problem because you
the
went
so
the same situation over and
so
over.
if I did that, then that so that ain't me then.
The magnetism could be
Because when I was in my 20s, you know what? I usually say to make this statement about how in my 20s I went with women who needed something from me. But like that's not really. For my first wife, that ain't fair. We just broke together. She was 19, I was 21. Hold on, let me finish. She got my money straight. So whether she needed something from me or not, she got me straight and we grew together. We didn't work out because we was immature and whatever. Another one, definitely needed something from me. Another one, my second wife, I put in a position where I got to take care of you now. She was pregnant. She's on bed rest. You know what I'm saying? I bet. I got it. But I mean, because for me, I'm saying I think it's a mathematical improbability because I don't think I'm so unique.
To me,
so it's
it sounds like from outside looking in that you also looking for someone that may be less financially stable on their own.
Not anymore, I'll tell you that. I have done that before.
I hear you say how you always taking care or doing for. I heard you just say maybe once or twice about how somebody did something for you, or yet I haven't really heard how you didn't have to do anything for anybody. Period.
I don't know how to ask. I don't know how to ask for shit. That's definitely one of my problems.
If the person is right there and they see that you need it, then so. But if you don't need it, then that still should also be levels of things to be gave out.
No, that should.
But I'm just saying from like what I hear you talk about your wallet a lot.
Because
that's probably the type of people that you may attract. Which means somebody else that's more have a backbone, or somebody else that's taking care of themselves.
Copy.
You may not want to go to that individual because that individual is going to be more harder for you to pursue because they don't need you.
But they're not. But they're not. They're so not hard. They're like some of the easiest. Women who don't need me for nothing is some of the easiest. Because it seems to me like a lot of women who go on out here and get their bread, the hustlers, their sexual prowess is some different shit.
So
sexual prowess is something that comes with A-type characteristics.
So they still need something.
Some sex. I'm talking about something, but we were talking about when she said need something. Correct me if I'm wrong. She was talking about something of substance, like substances, like something she needed to live. There's no woman who needs dick from me to live, right? But
no, I mean like more so like financially. Maybe it sounds like that you pursue those. That's what made me say.
So,
and I want to say like just financially.
No, I got you.
But I can just say that you are what you attract. You know what I'm saying? So those may be the type of people that will come to you. A woman that's financially stable, I'm not saying that she would not come to you, but she may not be just as attractive to you because you may not have put yourself in a position or a place where a whole lot of women's at that's financially stable.
When I was in my 20s, I got married twice. Once in my 20s, I was 30 the next time. Okay, and I was engaged in between that. First one, I can't say it was about money because, like I said, we both was popped and we came up together. And not working anymore because not working as like she should or could have because she was in school and had a job.
What does that do
So
anything?
huh?
What that got to do with anything?
I'm about to explain it.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
about-
been pregnant,
I'm about-
working, and in school.
Well, this is what I wanted, and she was okay with it. That's all that was.
Oh, so you get people that listen to you.
Well, shit. If you usually, if you run in, if you
That's what it
usually if you paying them,
That's what it
listen. But
sounds
usually if you're able to provide a certain situation, they'll listen to some degree.
That's what I said.
So,
You
yeah.
listen that you can be bad for.
So I wasn't looking for her to provide. I was broke when I met her. I married her because I wanted what her parents had. That was my example, right? And as a man and watching my father move around, if you gonna have a woman in your space, you make sure she's straight.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like looking to provide. I make sure my friends are straight, my male friends. Like if they going to the club with me, it's probably gonna be the best night of your life because you my guy. You go. You know what I'm saying? I'm just that kind of guy. But with her, I just wanted what her parents had. And as adults, we were coming up together, right? The middle, the one I was engaged to, now she was popped, but she made my life better at home.
Hey, shout out to the chat. Man.
But now my son's mother, she was very capable of taking care of herself. Mm-hmm. But when she got pregnant, she ended up being bedridden, right? And then on top of that, when we had decided to get married, and then on top of that, we was finna transfer to Hawaii in short order. So I'm like, don't even worry about going back to work here because we finna move. And then we wasn't gonna be in Hawaii long, right? So once again, I'm gone a lot. I personally don't like the idea when I was in the Navy, because I'm gone a lot, of being gone for 3 weeks and then coming back and now she got to go to work.
Right.
I don't like that idea. So if she didn't want to work, so I didn't make her work. I didn't not make it, like I control that, but I offered that. And then now we moved to Chicago. Now the kids are in high school and they're fucking, I had 2 stepkids. They're in high school and now she's a soccer mom, and we got a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old at the time, we didn't know it at the time, but he had certain needs. He ended up being on the spectrum. So now, once again, I'm still busy as fuck. I'm gone a lot. So now I'm finna have her dealing with all this soccer mom shit and have to go to work. I'm not gonna ask her to go to work. She's already busy enough. Okay. So those were the situations where I was handling all that. Nowadays, I date career women.
Okay.
Mostly a choice. Mostly a choice. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, why not? I ain't gone all the time no more. Go get some money.
Okay.
I'm gonna see you tonight, every night.
Hey.
So it's different.
Hey, shout out to the chat. We appreciate y'all interacting, man. Let me catch up on a couple of comments here. Phelan Holmes says some men love women with low standards because that makes them the male, or makes the man feel like he's in control of the situation.
Or it provides him a greater level of masculinity. That shit is real.
Yeah, too. What up, Miss Bunny? How you doing, Layla? Shout out to Lily. She said shout out to the radio host. Thank you, sweetheart. We appreciate you.
With Bunny's behind it.
Yeah. What up, Yetta? She says that's that military mentality.
I'm going a lot. I want you to be home. Hell yeah.
Military guy.
Shit.
Military guy. You know what I'm saying?
If I'm going a lot, why I want you going? I get a woman because I want to be with her.
Well, I think we're gonna beat that to death.
To death, DEF. We didn't even get to topic.
And the next table bid.
I don't know.
Man. What's up next, man? We done upset enough people.
We did the courted shit.
Real quick, let me read Yetta's comment. She says, some men strive off of the thought of just being needed, which in their mind establishes them in a position of dominance, which sucks.
That's also people though. But I dated a woman who I found out within the years of being together that she needed a needy person. I'm not a needy person, and I didn't catch that. I caught that through watching her interact with her parents. Her parents needed her, but I think they kind of caught on to that with her, so they kept themselves in a position where if she moved somewhere, if she moved to an apartment, they moved in that. They might not have moved with her, but they moved in that building. When I met her, they were living in the same apartment, and then just by chance, boom, the apartment next door came available. Well, you need your own space, so we move in next door. What the fuck? So but she needed a needy person. When by chance I was relieved of my services from a specific position, they fired me. She told me, well, you know what? You've been there for years. You don't need to go back to work. You can collect unemployment. And I was young. Now I was
Straight
young. I didn't know. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? I didn't work for them. I done gave my hours and my life. I'm going to collect unemployment. And I did. But then I thought about it and was like, nah, I'm going to work. Because it turned into, it was like a stroke on the back.
Now you need her.
And I'm not
she
going.
She giveth, she taketh away.
I'm not going. I can't.
Exactly.
I refuse.
Vita asked a couple of questions. I imagine they're aimed at me.
What up,
so
Vita?
I'll answer
Vita says,
straight
so
up.
Since it's different, do you share half the work of the household?
I don't know because I ain't been in that. I've been in that situation.
Clean?
I don't know because I ain't been there yet.
Well,
Since my son's mother, I haven't lived with a. No, I did. I let her stay with me for like 6 months. Actually, yeah. So she got home late. I made sure dinner was there, and I paid the bills.
I'm gonna answer that.
She got home late.
Yeah. Shit.
So
I'm
it was. So it definitely
nature.
fell on me.
I'm domestic by nature. I don't wait. I mean, I'm gonna clean my own crib. I'm gonna wash my own ass. I'm gonna wash my own clothes. I'm gonna cook for myself and cook good.
But if you willing to wash
if you
my
with me,
ass,
if you with me,
you know what? Don't worry
you're gonna partake in that too. You know, like I'm not gonna be just washing all the clothes. We're gonna share that duty as needed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What I don't make a habit of is watching somebody toil in labor. I usually, I'm gonna say 70-30. I'm gonna ask, yo, do you need something from me? Do you need help? Do you need me to go get something? Do you need me to cut something? That's who I am right now.
Low key,
because I've had people cook for me and all that shit.
I'm slightly when I say
I'm definitely not a romantic cook.
It's teamwork. It's teamwork. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if by chance you like to wash the towels every 3 days, and I could go 9 or 10. If you wash it, if I come in from work or whatever, and I see you washing them shits, and then you dry them, I'm gonna help you fold. You know what I'm saying? Or if they in the washer and I got in, I'm gonna put them in the dryer. Let's fold them together. Let's talk about our days or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just I see you doing that. I mean, unless it's Monday night football, you should have had some wings ready for me. Whatever. But in reality, if at the end of the day, like I say, in all honesty, if I know for a fact that you've washed the towels and they were in the washing machine when I got there, I'll put them in the dryer. You know what I'm saying? No worries. If they were in the dryer, you took them out, or if they're in the dryer when I get there, I'll take them out. Let's fold them. Let's talk. Let's communicate. So it's not just that's your job. Fuck you.
If the work is there, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. Like the reason I ain't done a lot of cooking and cleaning because that's just kind of the way the shit fell for me. You know what I'm saying? If I took care of everything else, of course, a person is gonna go to where they feel like they can be most valuable.
Right.
Like I've been with a woman who come off like she didn't need me for nothing. So like I had to find my lane with her. Right. I had to. So I took out the trash. The first time I did it, she's like, "No, I got that. My girl going somewhere. I got it." So I took out the trash and she got used to that. She needed her air filled in her tire. I filled that fucking air. I cleaned her car. I shoveled the snow off her car and from around her car. I went and heated her car up in the morning so when she got up, she could just go. Now, I got time on my hands because I'm retired.
Right.
So I've had to find my position. When it was time to cook, she usually told me to sit the fuck down. So after a while, I was like, all right, shit, you got it. You need something, let me know. Right. And if she said she needs something, I'm finna get in there and do it. I got to up some cabbage.
Yo.
Except I cut my finger after that. She didn't let me cut cabbage no more. But
shout out to the chat, man.
Yeah.
Got another ping from Phelan. He says, men act the way they were raised. How can a man treat a woman a certain way when they've never been taught the correct way on how to deal with certain situations? A man has to be willing to accept criticism from a mate and not get upset. It's called growth.
I mean, a man can treat a woman, treat a person the way they're supposed to be treated without having seen it, because you'll notice over time that this action gets you this reaction. And if you don't want to keep getting that reaction, you tend to figure the fuck out. It's kind of, hopefully you do. It's as easy as that, as simple as that, not easy. It's as simple as that. When you're playing ball and the shot don't go in, when you do this, you figure it the fuck out and you make the shot go in. You adjust on defense and offense. So you can. That's how you do it, fellas. If you don't know how.
Shout out Vita. She says, yeah, I get with the teamwork if you know you got to go out. Yeah, I get with teamwork if you know you got to go out and y'all both are toilet and definitely.
No, she probably talk texting.
Yeah.
What does she say?
I'm gonna let you break that down. You speak her language.
Yeah, that's my girl. That's my girlfriend.
You speak Vita, so you break that down.
Yeah, she said
that alone.
She said I get with teamwork if you know you got to go out and y'all both are toilet and it definitely should be. You should know how to cook, clean, so do laundry. Yeah, I don't think you should expect someone to clean up. I think that's the gist of it. You shouldn't expect someone to do some shit when you're available to do it.
Right.
You don't wait on it to get done.
Facts.
When you know.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's genuinely what I'm saying. Like
if
I said,
you come in the crib and you see me folding towels, help me fold the fucking towels.
How you feel about that, Yetta? Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Shout out to Yetta, by
both
the way.
names start with Y, goddammit.
How you feel about that?
How do I feel about the teamwork? Most definitely so. Teamwork, relationship should be 50-50. I don't feel there should be any type of gender role in a relationship. I don't feel that. I don't feel that's a gender role in it. So, do whatever you feel comfortable with doing. If you know you don't know how to cook, don't get in the kitchen.
Right.
But I won't mad you standing there to try to see.
Try to learn.
So no.
I'm not going to press you to do something that you don't know.
You sit your ass in the kitchen, you'll learn how to cook.
You just sit here and talk with me.
Eventually, you know what I'm saying?
Chop up some vegetables.
So,
You can take out a little garbage. You
Y'all
clean up
gotta fight
the,
too,
you know.
by the way.
That's peace.
Yeah,
I can't
She'll
fight. Just to let you know, I cannot fight.
You're not gonna fight by yourself.
But look, I want to get back.
that.
I want to get
I like
back.
that,
I want to get
though.
back to
I
the
like
idea
that.
of no gender roles.
Okay. Yeah.
Going off what she said,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to assume what she mean is like the cooking and cleaning and shit.
Sometimes.
Okay, cool. So everything back. So who's opening that tight ass jar? Who you handing it to?
Shit, I'm opening up that tight ass.
There you go. I knew she fight. I knew she fought.
I'm gonna make sure
Running out of some- running out of
So you
some
go- so
hours.
you-
it's up to you because I have an obstacle.
So he's in
and I
the-
have
so
some
he's-
hands that can do it.
So he's in the kitchen. You're not just going to hand it to him?
No, I'm gonna try to do it for myself first.
But if you can't,
If I absolutely can't, then yeah. But be honest,
But she just said it.
I'm most
If
definitely
she gonna try,
open it up.
she gonna try with her
That's
hands,
1,000.
and if she can't get it with her hands, she gonna beat the bottom of the
I
motherfucker,
respect
which we
that.
all know. And then after that, she gonna use her shirt. If she just flat out can't get it, then. But the thing, think about.
but 9 out of 10, he gonna grab it from you anyway if he see you doing that
If
shit.
he's in there, think about
Yeah, if
this.
he's in there, yeah.
Monday.
He may, Isaac is gonna stand right there to see if I'm gonna achieve it.
Those are the odds?
I'm trying to achieve.
Is that what y'all gonna do?
What she just said was on
That's what I'm
Monday
gonna do.
night.
Okay. Is that what you gonna do?
What,
If
oh,
my
yeah,
woman, I've had situations where my wife couldn't open something or couldn't do something.
on
I
her
sit
first
there and wait.
attempt.
I sit there and wait.
Oh, wow.
When you're ready,
Yeah, I ain't never
when
did
you're
that.
ready to come ask me, you'll come ask me. I'm not gonna sit here and interrupt. I'm not now.
But see,
I ain't gonna
Like
say
I can't sit there and watch a woman in my presence, whether she my woman or not, struggle with anything physical.
Wow.
But
I haven't been able to do that.
because
Right.
she's learning something.
no.
Exactly.
Well, I don't.
And
Exactly.
she's like, I don't necessarily finish.
How do you learn how to overcome a strength thing?
My thing is
don't be
this.
don't be stuck on the word struggle more so than which
I mean,
it's
I
not
didn't
about-
get struck on struggle. I didn't get struck on that. I see what he's saying. He's saying that if he see me with a jar trying to open it up, he's just gonna take the jar because he sees that I'm trying to.
no.
No,
He's not going to take the jar. He's going.
I'm not just gonna yank it from you.
I
Attempt
mean,
to
of
help.
course, he's
Yeah.
gonna try to. He's gonna try.
I'm gonna offer my help.
He's
Right.
gonna, if he see me trying
You're going to
to
attempt to
open
make it
it,
easy.
he's gonna say, "Hey, let me do that first.
Mhm.
And then my rebuttal would be, "I'm trying to get it for myself. I'm trying to do it for me."
No doubt.
Again, so what?
But
your
if
question was-
I'm there,
your
she doesn't go
question
through that
was-
pain.
Your question was, what does she have to learn in struggling?
And that's a battle.
I don't need to teach her that lesson.
That's a battle that
Your
we.
question
That's
is,
a battle
what
that
does
we
she
go
have to
through. Though.
learn in
But thank you.
struggling? The point is, why would I want a weak mate? Why would I want my mate handicapped in any way? Anyway,
This is
even if it comes
well,
down
this
to
is a
her,
perception
even
thing.
if it comes down to her,
This is a perception thing.
That's-
I don't look at my woman as weak because she didn't open the jar.
No,
I don't look at my woman as weak.
it's just not a.
No.
It may not be that you.
Well,
look
you
at
used the
her-
word weak.
It
So
may not be that you look at her as weak, but what I'm saying is you decide. For example, I'll take
It
Yaya's
can be taken
example.
as your
If
handicap.
Yaya is saying, if
However,
that's what I'm
I don't
saying.
take it
If
that way.
Yaya says, you know
I'm
what,
here.
I can open this up. Let me open it up, or I can figure out how to Google and figure out how to open this up, or do that, or research this, or do that, and figure this out.
Respect. I'm not letting my woman go through those steps if she don't want to go through them.
Or there's a bear
However,
outside.
you don't have to because I'm here.
Or
Well,
there's a bear
and
outside,
she'll
I gotta
figure it out when I'm
pistol,
not there.
go shoot him.
It's okay.
If she don't need you,
If she don't need the jar open that bad,
let
if I ain't
her
there to
do it.
open it, she eat something else. But if I wasn't there, she would figure it out probably, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like, women are fucking the
They
most
do it all the
resilient
time.
of the
Because
two.
clearly,
They do it all the
clearly
time.
she's strong
Women-
enough too. However, you don't have to go through that. And I hate to say this, but you don't have to go through that struggle that battle while I'm here. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, you're not gonna go through that while I'm
Totally
here.
get it.
I'm your protect. I won't even. I even want to protect you from calluses.
I naturally,
because when you rub my back, I prefer calluses not be on your head.
Facts.
I
naturally step to the curbside when we're walking down the street. Naturally.
I don't want you to learn that lesson.
You don't have to, because I'm here.
Yeah.
However, I get. So that's our side. However, per her side, let me try it. So if by chance you're not around, let me know how to fit. Let me know how to work
if that's what's communicated to me, I'm okay with that.
Man. Two things can be true.
But off top, I'm not going to do that. No. Nothing here is true or false. Nothing here is true or false.
If she decides, hey, I don't want to even risk breaking the nail. Here you go, honey. And let you do it. You show up and do it. Then cool.
You ain't good with that.
Because if I'm there,
I will knock it out.
I got
cool.
You. But I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you this. I love the fact that what she said was on Monday, indirectly. Monday Night Football. I'm watching the game.
I'm not coming to fuck with you about a jar.
Call me to open a jar. However, she's not gonna call because she's gonna figure it out. With everything exhausted, all attempts. Now I flat out need you. Then I'll come get you. Other than that, I figured it out, and you don't have to worry about how I figured it out. Know that I figured it out.
He mentioned that two things can be true. I'm not propagating that anything here is true or false. It's simply the way we move, right? Like my woman, I'm totally okay with her bringing me the jar, especially easy as her nails break. during Monday night football. During Monday night football, you can bring me the jar while I'm watching the game. I can definitely look at the touchdown and twist the motherfucking knob.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to say that that's a communicated independence. If I'm around, know that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna open the door for you. I'm gonna push this door. I'm gonna let you in first. I'm gonna stand on the curbside. However, if you're by yourself, I want to be comfortable with knowing that you got it. So don't come fuck with me when I'm screaming and hollering at the screen because the Bears fucked up again. However, give me that understanding, communication that, I got it. But if I did come to you, know that I came to you after I exhausted all attempts. I got that.
Does that matter for you?
It does. Because if you can't, but it's communication.
Like, I be needing to open that jar if the Bears kicker misses. I be needing her to come, God damn it, motherfucking thing. You know we love. Gotta get mine out. Gotta get my mind off that bullshit anyway.
But I know that they're gonna do that, so I don't need that. However, I would prefer.
You already prepared for them to miss the field goal.
I would prefer to know that either know or don't know. I want to know. I want to know that you either did try or know that you're not going to do that anyway. If I know that you're not going to do that anyway, then it's like you were going to come to me regardless. However, like what you said, and I love it. No, I'm gonna try by all means. I'm gonna open this motherfucker. I'm gonna bang the bottom. I'm gonna hit it up against the countertop. If I exhausted all attempts, then I'm coming to you. But we understood that. So don't give me bullshit because you know I tried. Right.
So now that's with my relationship. My boyfriend knows that if I'm coming to him, it's because
I've tried everything. So don't give me bullshit.
And I'm here for her. Other than that, he know I'm not finished.
Yeah. This is not something that's on purpose for me. Okay. This is not on purpose for me, but I like the byproduct that come from the way I deal with it, right? The byproduct being it's easier for her to stay in her delicate space. When she know I got the shit that takes a little pressure. That's been my experience. And I like when a woman is in her delicate space because you get more out of me in your delicate space. You're not going to aggress me and get a fucking thing.
Hey,
but if you come at me like, hey, love, blah, blah, blah. Hell, shit, girl, you right. All right, here we go. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I work.
Yeah, chimed in. She says, my husband used to get mad because I used to drive a truck that I had to change my tire at least every couple weeks. And instead of waiting on him to get home or waiting on him to get to me, I just did it myself and kept it moving. Because I'm not a damsel in distress.
I am, and I'm not.
I understand
why I wouldn't be mad.
I understand why he would be upset because there's a vulnerability with you changing your own tire, and if he's on his way to do it, he wants to be there to provide that protection for you.
Right. If I just flat out can't be there.
However, if you are a woman raised in America and you lived anywhere between 1970 and on, you probably had to get used to doing some shit yourself.
Facts.
And you probably had to come to the fact that, or come to the realization that ain't no man gonna be around every single time.
If it's gonna take me an hour to get there and you gotta get home and get the kids and some shit like that.
If I got to change this tire,
and I know you can do it.
If I got to change this tire, I'm just gonna change this tire and not have to worry about it. Now, you can feel how you feel being a man, but as a woman with the ability to do it and not wanting to sit here waiting on you to get here, she's probably gonna do it, just like they do when they're single parents and they have to go get groceries, or when they got to go to school because the kid is acting up or sick or whatever.
And look, and dating at our age, you run into that a lot. But one of my first things I do when I want a woman, when I know I want her to be with me, is to let her know I got her back in the areas that she hadn't had nobody to have her back. You know what I mean? So she's gonna, in short order, she's gonna know that she can call me. If she would just want to be a girl about it, she can call me
but that's
to handle this and that.
Comfort in relationships.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Needed.
Yeah. So this is what I'm offering, because I know she's been dealing with her kids probably on her own for so long that.
Facts.
So I'm offering this safe space. When I want to be with you, one of the first things I'm doing is offering you this safe space.
Facts.
Even if it's just my apartment. Here, you can come here, be the lady of the house and relax and keep your legs up and drink some wine. It's the opportunity to be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how I end up. That's how I end up in teddy bear status.
Well, that's the safe shit.
There, vulnerability doesn't necessarily always.
There are so few.
Yeah.
There's so few. There's so few ladies that
for once in a fucking lifetime, I 100% agree with hers and not mine, because I know it all.
Hey, there's very few women that don't have children. There's very few women that don't have some sort of issue. I've been put in teddy bear status very fast. Oh my God, my child, something happened at school. I need, and there ain't nobody. His daddy ain't shit and won't come. Did you call him and see if he can go to the school? He won't even answer. Okay, I'll go get the child. I've been put like this. Me at 42, I've been a stepfather one way or another, and I hate to say that, but I've been the step above father since '95. You do the math. I'm 42 years old. I'll be 43 this year. And at the end of the day, when it come down to it, there's that. And I mean, I've been called several things. You a good man. You a sucker. I've been called all of that. At the end of the day, when it come down to it, the way I look at it, we all need something one way or another. There have been. I mean, at the end of the day, hell, I might have been a father figure to one of your kids. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to it,
you're providing a need.
Fair.
But hey, man, Phelan, man, in the chat, he says, but it's something gorgeous about a strong-willed woman. He says that's definitely a turn on for me. To watch a woman that can do what a man can do. Okay. No, I feel him on that. Let me pick it back on that.
But if she can change,
let me pick it back on that. It's something with I like women who can fight.
Yeah, thick ass.
I like women who can fight.
I'm sorry.
It's something about I don't know. I just like a woman who can fight because I like knowing that if I'm out and some shit kick off, I'm not with a woman who gonna run across. Not to say that I want her to fight.
Fuck that. Hey,
but nigga, we out together. It's me and you.
It's communication.
It's me and you.
If you are
going to run across the street and watch me get stumped on,
fuck that.
And you ain't threw a punch, you ain't threw a bottle, you ain't cut nobody.
If you know that I'm a real nigga, you know that I'm a real nigga, and I'm gonna throw them hands. However, my pistol is on my left hip.
You ain't got the pistol.
You need to stand on my left side.
Yeah.
Grab that motherfucker, and I'm gonna fight until I can't. And when I can't, bust that motherfucker.
I got you
from my left side.
I got you, Phelan. I got you, Phelan.
Right,
I definitely got you, Phelan.
But then it's also communication.
Well, you a woman, so yeah, that makes sense.
And that's
it's also communication.
Men don't generally need. Men don't generally require protection in that way.
No.
Men don't generally require protection in that way.
But
and I ain't gonna.
You're not living in a world.
So that's not a disqualifier for me.
It's Yaya.
Yes. Yes, I did not want to touch on that one.
She'll shoot.
But we're about to. We're about to.
She will shoot. I can tell. She'll shoot. She'll fight and she'll shoot.
Let me ask you this, right? Okay. You in a situation where you're out with your guy, right? Mm-hmm. Some shit kick off between him and some other people. He's outnumbered. Let's say 3-1. What do you do? Do you feel like it's your job to stand up with him? Or do you feel like it's your job to pull him away to protect him? Or do you feel like it's your job to go find police or something to protect him? Like, what do you?
Fan of no police now. We
that's
we
out
from
the
the
question.
east side. We
Alright,
ain't fan
that's
of
out
no
the question.
police
She's so
at all.
hood.
That's out the question.
You from the hundreds or the 80s?
Well,
I'm from on 71st.
Oh,
And what?
Yikes.
I'm from 67 at East End.
all right. So what other options we got?
Oh.
If I'm with my man and my man ain't no goofy,
Mhm.
then it's on.
Because you wouldn't be with him. Because you wouldn't be
If
with
he
him.
a goofy,
he ain't
You
your
wouldn't be
man.
with him.
Right. Now, if he's one that can't control his liquor,
Okay.
and all he do is
Shit.
pop off,
Mhm.
he may need to get his ass whooped to understand
Hey,
stop popping.
Right.
You know what I'm
And you
saying?
gonna let his ass know.
You know what I'm saying? If it's every time we go somewhere,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
running into this situation,
Right.
Yeah,
I'ma
yeah.
sit back.
That's
I'm
a
the
pattern.
I'm the
Yeah,
I'm the weird one here
If
because
it's a situation though that truly it jumped off and escalated too quick, shoot. Before he know it, I got him.
That's what's up. That's
I'm
how
the
you
weird
supposed
one
to.
here because
Before
That's how you
I
supposed
got
to.
him and I'm pulling up with the car.
That's how you supposed
What
to.
your ass
Something.
said.
Something.
Let's
Take
roll.
action.
After
I'm
I
the-
did what I
Yes,
did,
take
it's
action.
time to go.
Let's
Take
roll.
action.
We'll talk about it later.
I'm the weird one here, I
Right.
guess, because I want her to get the fuck up out of there.
You definitely weird.
Yeah, you weird than a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
that's what I would want. I don't want her
No,
jumping in the fucking
but
fight.
That's not,
Getting
that's
bruised up
not a
with me.
bad thing.
It's
However,
not a
That
bad
part's
thing.
not
you
weird.
gotta know who you dealing with.
Right.
If you dealing with Beyonce, okay, fine. Yeah, get your prissy
Yeah, get
ass
your
on
prissy
out
ass
of
Dealing
there.
with a real
If I know
dainty individual,
if-
most definitely so.
Right. Because you're not gonna help.
Because
A dainty one ain't gonna help.
You won't want her
Look,
all
She actually
If
gonna
I-
get you in trouble.
if I-
Right.
if
She
I-
actually gonna get you in trouble because she gonna get
Dainty
stumped the hell
motherfuckers
out.
ain't gonna
And
help.
you gonna get stumped the hell out
Dainty
trying to protect her.
motherfuckers
Well, that's why I want her to get. That's why.
She's gonna
That's
be-
why.
she's
That's
gonna be
why
a
I want her to get the fuck out of there.
She's gonna be a liability in that
Yo,
situation.
I
And then-
do believe he do like dainty.
dainty.
I like all kinds. I like all kinds of
Right.
women, and I've been with all kinds of women. But like even the tough ones, I've been with tough women too.
Yeah.
I definitely, with tougher women, I'm less likely to get into it because I know they'll pop off, and I don't even want them in that smoke. So because they like that, I'm more likely to de-escalate.
Yeah.
I don't, even though she would hop in with a bunch of niggas, I don't want her to do it because she's likely gonna lose that fight. So I'm more likely, but I don't want her to have to do that either. I don't want that to happen either. So I'm more likely to de-escalate when I know she'll pop off.
Right.
I'm more like I seen my ex-wife get into a fight. She got mad at me because I yanked her away from it.
Yeah.
I'm like, she in some man face. Like this is finna go
Oh,
left,
that
and I
ain't
don't.
good.
And I would get on his
That
ass if
ain't-
he hit
that
her,
ain't good.
but I don't want him to hit her in the first place.
Yeah,
That
no.
ain't-
it
that
ain't-
ain't-
She
she shouldn't be in a man's face.
And you right there.
Yeah.
Because what's
And-
happening is in that situation,
However,
what's happening
if
is
he
in that
gets too tough,
situation,
then you got to fuck
she's
him up.
putting you
No
in a
doubt.
danger. She's putting you in a danger.
But I don't want her to have to go through a thing where I gotta fuck him up in the first
Yeah.
place.
Well,
Yeah,
she's putting you in a
she
dangerous
gotta know, get
situation.
out
And
of
she's
his
popping off in another grown man's face.
Well, I pulled her back and he stayed where he was at, and she stayed where she was at
That's
that point.
good.
Because
You
the
know.
thing is, with whatever the interaction was, if you didn't get in his face, then she shouldn't have gotten in his face.
No doubt. Well, it was some shit I
She
walked.
has to know
It was some
Shouldn't
shit
have
I
got in
walked
his
up
face either
on.
way. If you
She
get in
calls
his face,
herself.
you shouldn't get in his face either. That
She
ain't
called
her
herself helping out her cousins, which I understand.
Okay.
I get it, but I found that out later. All I know is I was coming back from the bar.
Mm.
I got drinks in my hand, and she popping off in some dude's face. And one of his friends just hit one of their female cousins in the chest.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No, my first instinct, I'm pulling her the fuck up out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll deal with whatever comes next.
Yeah,
If
but
it's
you
not
get
a
out the way.
situation
Right.
Like that,
Right.
most definitely. So,
Yeah, we're not advocating women just
but
be
I
out here
mean,
fighting with their
right.
man.
If you had a situation, because you know, shoot, you could be at McDonald's and stuff
Facts.
could pop out.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Stuff pop out.
You could damn near be in McDonald's
No.
drive-through
Right, and stuff
and shit
will
pop off. Yeah.
I mean, right. The person that I'm with, I want to know
That they will
that you
protect
got my
you.
back.
Right.
You got my
Absolutely.
back in some
Absolutely.
type of form of
Yeah.
fashion.
Yeah.
That I do.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to be. I don't want to have to be looking for my car.
Right. Ain't no
You
question
already
about it.
own that
Right.
goddamn
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
car. You
I don't,
know
want,
what I'm
I don't want a woman.
But
I don't
yo-
want a woman that's gonna
I don't
fold
want to have to call the
because
Uber.
thank you.
Right.
Because you got.
Right.
Right.
But look, y'all, we closing
Your
on
ass at home.
we closing on 9:30, so we're gonna go ahead and cut this off.
Absolutely.
But shit, we 30 minutes past our time. Well, it's Tuesday. We do that shit anyway.
Yeah.
But go ahead, give us
Taco
our
Tuesday.
social medias and all that.
Carlos.
Let them know where they can find you. Let us know where they can find you.
You can find me at Yaya the Comedian on everything: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
YouTube.
You can find that name. That name, you can search it into any social media platform, and I will pull up. If you know me, then you can also look up under my name, which is YASIN. Not gonna be too many folks with that name. You'll see my face pop up once that's typed. And you can find Yaya and Friends on my social media, or you can find it on Like Mine, which is MINDZ420.com.
You can find me in St. Louis rolling on dubs.
Rolling on dubs.
I know that's right.
Y'all know where to find us, man. We here. We here Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Shop Talk 7, Media Monics. Get this dialogue.
Get this dialogue. Get this.
She'll told me to post his Facebook. She'll told
This
me to
nigga's
post
name
this.
on Facebook is literally hashtag.
Chill told me to post it. It's amazing.
Get like Chill got a whole PR squad.
Yes, sir.
Man, I need to get like
you better get you a PR squad.
We got Nikki. We don't need nothing else. Fuck you, man.
Right.
You feel me? All right, y'all, man. We up out of here. Shop Talk 7. We're leaving y'all with good by GS the brand, man. Let's get it.
Somebody get pregnant tonight.
Thanks.
Is it sunshine? Is it moonlight? Is it real love? Cause baby girl, I swear it feels like he's making me weak. Red bikes, LED red lights. Is it real love? Cause baby girl, I swear I'm going in deep, making you weak. Good night. You feel so amazing, wet and juicy. Drive me crazy, I can't let it lose. It's gonna make me spend my money on it, baby. I can't let it use. I call it good loving. I'm talking good. I call that good loving, baby. It makes you understood. Is it slow rights? Or should I speed in it? When I nibble on that thing, I'ma put a little greed in it. My baby feed in it, got the munchies, baby. Is it weed in it? Good like mama when she put her feet in it. So comfortable, I promise. I just wanna go to sleep in it. Let me dream in it all my life long. You feel so amazing, wet and juicy. Drive me crazy, I can't let it lose me. It's gonna make me spend my money on it, baby. I can't let it use me. I call it good loving, finger licking good. I'm talking good, yeah. I call that good loving, baby. Yeah. Makes you understood.
Yeah. It's just something about the way, like, it feels when I'm inside of you, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Maybe, like, it make my whole world, like, change, like, it feels, like, so amazing to me, you know, like.
I call that good loving, baby, give me all of that. Talking good, it makes you wanna love. I call that good loving, baby, now it makes me get it good, yeah. Got that good, we been making good love, talking good love, yeah. Drinking good wine, good wine, we have a good time. That's my baby, I call it good loving, baby, give me that talking good, yeah. I call it good loving, baby. It makes you get shit understood. She got that good. We be making good love. We be drinking good wine. Every night we have a good time. That's my baby. That's my baby. That's my baby.
That's you with that big body Benz. That's you that can't keep old lady because you keep handing them friends. You gotta go to court. You got service subpoena for child support. That was that nerve. You ain't even get a chance to say a word. I know I ain't tripping. Don't your brother got them birds. You ready to punch somebody head. You ain't scared, huh? You know how to play it. I know you ain't gonna let somebody come and pump you, huh? Let it front you, huh? Straight up run you, huh? You know who got that fire green, huh? You know how to use the triple beam, huh? It ain't hard to see, huh? You keep your body clean, huh? You got a lot of your jeans, huh? Some of your body's dopey, huh? You don't really want to mess with them clowns, huh? You come up with them clowns, huh? You stuck with them clowns, huh? You a big chaser, you got your block on fire, you remain in the cheese. Until the moment you expire, you know what it is. You make nothing out of something, you handle your business. They don't be crying, it is something you don't give a chase. You got your block on fire, you remain in the cheese. Until the moment you expire, you know what it is. You make nothing out of something, you handle your business. They don't be crying, it is something. You can't do nothing but love fresh, huh? You won't know what we gonna do next, huh? You bought our ticket to check, huh? You ain't a vest, huh? You trying to protect your chest, huh? You spend 70 on your bins, huh? That ain't sure that's for your friends, huh? You won't stop these heads from playing with you, huh? You won't run the block, huh? You won't be the last one prize, huh? You keep the gun cocked, huh? You count the money at the end of the night, huh? You on a 3-day flight, huh? You full of that diesel, huh? You ducking them people, huh? You the one Facebook on news last night, huh? You the one bribing the dudes out their shoes last night, huh? You don't come in the project when it's dog, huh? You claim you're a thug and you ain't got no heart, huh? You came in the noise on New Year's Eve, huh? You got stuck and then you couldn't leave, huh? It was hard for you to breathe, huh? You're a baby chaser, you got your block on fire, you remain in the G. Until the moment you expire, you know what it is. To make nothing out of something, you handle your business. And all the crying, it is something, you're a baby chaser. You got your block on fire, you remain in the G. Until the moment you expire, you know what it is. To make nothing out of something, you handle your business. And all the crying, it is something. You got a trust badge in charge, huh? You got on the order. When you was looking at them in the drawers, huh? You don't know when to quit, huh? That's you with that shot calling click, huh? That's you with that ball and click, huh? That's you that's taking them hits, huh? The girl don't know when to shut up her mouth, huh? You gon' put up a teeth out, huh? You done switch from Nike to Reeboks, huh? You twinking your goals every time you leave your house, huh? The income tax checks out, huh? You about to flip that, huh? You about to go so you will gram, huh? You about to go treat your nose, huh? You about to go put the dope D on one of these holes, huh? When you broke, you drove, huh? When you paid, you got boo-boo places to go, huh? You on top, huh? You don't think you can be stopped, huh? You ride somebody's shop, huh? You ride in the Benz on 20-inch rims, huh? You're a baby chaser, you got your block on fire, you remain in the cheese. Until the moment you expire, you know what it is. You make nothing out of something, you handle your kids. You don't be crying, and it's something. You're a baby chaser, you got your block on fire, you remain in the cheese. Until the moment you expire, you know what it is. To make nothing out of something, you handle your kids. You don't be crying, and it's something. DJ and the people about to come, you better run for it, run for it, run. In the Magnolia and the morning, you better run for it, run for it, run. You got a mother stroke and no police about to come, you better run for it, run for it, run. Stay in the yoke and the people got